of it.
Mm-hmm.
You think? And look, I saw brothers the other day. I'm gonna tell you something, man. This was in the suit. I see brothers be coming in the suit. They something the best. They do have on their Gucci hats.
They
Go.
be
I saw.
sexy. Yeah. They be
Dude, I saw.
sexy.
Seeing it.
Dude, I saw some dudes in Sasua. I'm talking about these cat. This cat had on gold chains like Mr. T. He had on ropes. Like he about to like rap like Eric B and Rakim. I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke.
Yeah, man. I took my uncle out there. I took my uncle out there to Sasua for some Monte Santa, man. He had on Jordan shorts, jersey, chain, everything. I'm like, bro, we going to Sasua Beach, man. What you doing?
Yeah, I saw that when I was out there too.
Yeah, Cass.
The only thing that I wear, like I'm actually gonna be in DR tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
All right, that's what's up.
To come to Santiago and be there for like 4 or 5 days. But
well, look, I'm gonna be in Santiago myself. Let's man, maybe we can do lunch or something. We can link up.
Yeah,
well,
man,
I won't get there till Friday or Saturday. But we I mean, how long you gonna be here?
I'm gonna be there until Monday. I'm gonna be there from Thursday to Monday.
Well, look, man, we can link up. Now, look, this is the best. Look, I changed the flag because we talk about Colombia. But big games, brother. I'm gonna let you go next. Then I'm gonna let my brothers get on. Wait, somebody got shot. What happened?
What?
Go ahead, big game. So big game. Now, look, how can brothers stay safe? Now, big games. I'm coming to you because you in Medellin is where the brothers want to come at. Medellin is one of the places got some of the most beautiful women, but it's one of the most dangerous. How can you move? I know you from New York. New York cats know how to move everywhere. I ain't never met too many New York cats that know how to move unless they're looking for clout. But older cats from New York and even Jersey and Philly, them cats know how to move. Shout out to all the places. Big game.
Yeah, we know how to keep our head on a swivel.
Exactly.
Let me tell you this. You got to have respect for the people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When you go, and I was just speaking to my partner, Mr. D, earlier. If you go to Los Angeles, right? You go over there, Bloods, Crips, they know you're not from there. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be respectful of their territories. Don't you know you know what it is. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing when you go to these countries. They know you're not from there. And I went to El Centro. And all of us know who watch YouTube know what happened to a certain YouTuber in El Centro about a month ago because he was filming. They asked him one time, stop filming. They asked him 2 times, stop filming. On that 3rd time, the dude came up and knocked the camera out of his hand. That's when he gonna go and fight the dude. You know what I'm saying? But see, a lot of them out there, they wear athletic gear, the soccer clothes. They wear Adidas, stuff like that. Yeah. When I went to El Centro, I'm a Nike head. I wear Nike. I had on my Nike running shoes. I had on my Nike running shorts, dry fit, and the dry fit Nike top. So I wasn't dressed flashy. You know what I'm saying? Nice and neat, but not flashy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have on it any of my watches. And I rocked the Tom Ford frames and the Gucci frames. I had on my Gucci frames because those are eyeglasses, right? But I wasn't. They don't like it when you're in their face with it.
Okay.
Jewelry, the flashy jewelry, the flashy watches, because they're in a certain situation. So when you come down there with all this flash, it's like you putting it in their face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as you have respect for the people, they're gonna have respect for you. And like I said, we was walking around El Centro, no problem. I took out my camera and filmed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that was like 10, maybe 15 minutes, and then I put the camera away. Because I know they don't like that out there. You know what I'm saying? And there's actually one corner in El Centro where they said that if you pull out a camera and start filming, they really get upset over there. But I don't know where that corner was. We didn't go over there. But we had a good time in El Centro. El Centro is just like for everybody that's from New York, and even in different cities, y'all have Y'all have a shopping area like this, like an outdoor shopping area where they have vendors and stuff, and then you have the little. Oh, it's in pretty much every black neighborhood in every state across the country. But for everybody from New York, that's like your Fulton Street in Brooklyn, your 125th Street in Manhattan, in Harlem, and your Jamaica Ave in Queens. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a big shopping area, big outdoor vendors. And listen, anything you want, they got. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And look, and let me say, look, any of you guys got YouTube channel, drop it. I'm looking at the analytics in the back. We have just that fast over 1,100 people don't watch this stream. Y'all make sure y'all guys hit the like and follow these brothers. Anybody got a YouTube, man? Y'all make sure y'all put it in there. I definitely appreciate that. Brother Marcus, hey Brown, bro, I see that yellow. I see that yellow sofa.
Oh, you
yellow,
did? Yeah.
Yeah, I know where you at right there.
You
man.
hooked me up with that. Yeah, appreciate it.
Brother. that place you at is legendary. That is a legendary spot right there. I hope that you carrying on the mantle, big dog.
Oh
This
man,
is Black, look,
I'm
this
on
is
good
Black
behavior
Panther.
right now.
Oh, brother, you got to carry on the mantle like Black Panther, big dog.
Well, I popped up to Sasua for weekend, so I had some fun up there. Out here, I'm just kind of relaxing, working, and still trying to learn my way around.
Yeah, man. Brother said we're on J. I don't know where on J at, big dog. He can pop on.
I see y'all been on for a minute. I just want to and like according to the topic, I could definitely agree. I'm from Chicago, but it's everywhere I go, like the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, even like Miami, Florida, whatnot. East Coast is heavy in the travel game, so I tend to roll with brothers like that. And the game said, like, if you're from the major cities, you kind of already know how to move. It's just a matter of certain mentalities and culture where you at.
Yeah, the internet breaking up a little bit. Brother said Inglewood. Yeah, you're in it. Brother, I got that. Look, man, Brother Marcus, drop your link. That's one thing I don't like about here in the deal internet. I had to redo our whole internet here because of that. Like the internet here, like, let me just say this. Americans, bro, we got it so good. Sometimes people get mad. We Black Americans, bro, y'all don't know how good we got it. Like we got it so good. But it can be better. You know what I'm saying? It can be better. We got it definitely good right there. But MAB, me and him was together in Sasua. That's why, like, hopefully it get kicked back on in there. Because I want him to chop it up talking about it. But go follow my brother on there. So look, MAB, you one of the ones I want to talk to you. Me and you did a video about Sasua the other day. It's gonna come out probably Saturday or Friday, Saturday. Is Sasua dead? You was here. We met a lot of brothers that was happy. You think Sasua dead?
I think Sasua is Sasua. I mean, I see the changes, but it's still the same Sasua to me. Can y'all can see me and hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
Yeah, I mean, Sasua is Sasua, man. I don't really compare all these different places. You go to the different places for different things, or just the networking in different brothers in different places. So I mean, I haven't went to Sasua yet and just was like, I'll never come back here again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, look, let me ask you this. So, Brother Gaines said something made a lot of sense. He said when he was in Colombia, he loved it, but he didn't feel that close. And you think it's blackness? Do you think we're more, like, you've been to Colombia and DR? You think we're more genetically attached to DR? Because a lot of brothers come here. I don't know. This is me putting on my 10-4 kufi like Umar Johnson. I might be.
Donations.
Look.
Donations. Gifts. Gifts.
I might be on my Umar Johnson, just like that type of look.
Black Queens forever, Snow
I
Bunny
might
never.
be
I said
on
Black
that
Queens
Umar
forever,
Johnson.
Snow Bunny
Nah,
never.
man, cut it out. Cut it out.
I'm just joking. But brother Marcus, you think You think I'm on the Umar Johnson type thing? You think that we have a certain connection to the DR, or is it just it could just be proximity? It's close to us, and it's the first place a lot of us come, and so we got that connection. Like to me, I feel like that was Santo Domingo because it's the first place I landed. Now, actually, Mexico City was the first place I landed, but Santo Domingo the first place I felt like me. Like I felt like, wow, I'm free. You know, so what do you think about that, brother?
I'm only speaking for myself.
Yeah,
the proximity helps being in the DR. Every brother, you could ask all the brothers on the panel the same question, you might get a different answer because we gotta go certain places to see like which vibe is for us. And in my case, I look at this like Baskin Robbins. I want to explore the whole planet and try all the flavors. So I ain't really, as long as I'm being received well, I don't really care the complexion. I don't care about. I can bring my own seasoning. I know y'all said the food. Like I bring me some seasoning.
I bring my own seasoning.
If I need it, you know.
You can. Yeah. I bought my. That's what. Look, I don't go nowhere with even my old lady now. Them got hooked on that Tony Satchery. She look, when I had to go to the doctor appointment. She was like, Poppy, bring that Tony. Antonio, bring Antonio, Poppy. So I bought that Antonio here to the house, and look, she cooked steak with it. Everything is all good, and it goes a long way. So look, but Mark, I don't know if you saw this. Wait, man, did I delete that video? We had a passport sister. We ain't got to play it again. And she had went to Colombia and didn't get no play really. And she went to Thailand and she didn't get any play at all. And she was saying she wasn't really enjoying herself traveling. Can the passport sister do like the bros? And is this why they hate us? Because they ain't us?
I mean, they gotta find a place that vibe right for them, but it's the same concept. You gotta leave certain behaviors at home or certain mentalities at home. You know, for sisters where the culture is different, they can't do and behave in the same ways that they would at home. They could mess around and find out, but you know that I ain't suggesting that.
I think that one of the biggest problems that they're gonna have is they don't want to pay for a man. You know, like the sister was saying, she had to pay for the majority of the dates. They don't want to do that.
That's the right there. Either because look, and like y'all said earlier, like they know an American or they know a Westerner as soon as you get off the plane. Like they could act like, you know, blend in. They can't blend in too much. So either you the chick with the bag, or if they go to these other countries where the men are wealthier, then they're gonna have to behave.
Well, that's what she was saying. She was saying that she had to pay, like every man that she met, she said that she had to pay for everything herself, and she wasn't feeling it. You know, they wasn't feeling it. Well, sisters been living there. They've been going to Jamaica. Look, let me tell y'all something. Like, and I'm only saying this on the stream because the brother asked me to say this on the stream. This is so deep. I'm about to tell y'all, and it's crazy. Shout out to Brother Avery. Glad to see you here. Look, what a brother told me yesterday, the day before, we was talking, and he was so happy, and I was like, "Damn, brother, when you that happy to talk to me?" He said, "Like his brother was happy." Like, I'm like, "Hey, brother, you all right? Do I got a stalker? Do I got a male stalker?" You know, the brother was like, "Nah, bro, this is what happened." He said that his wife, she's still his wife, showed up at his job. And he haven't been with her in over a year. She just like up and moved out the house. Didn't want to give him a divorce or whatever, but she had moved out. And she come to the job with a sad face. And she told him that she said, "I got to tell you something. I have HIV. I was cheating on you with another man. Like, and I'm going to sign the divorce paper." She said, "I want you to get tested." And he had went and got tested in Houston. He didn't have anything. He was clean, good to go, but he haven't slept with his wife in a minute. But she had been going with a guy that was locked up in prison for years. And She left him kind of, and that happened to a friend that I know personally.
Man,
The same thing
that
happened.
pussy.
Yeah, so this dude was getting that Bucci cat, and this is the crazy part. He getting that he getting that Bucci cat and come home, give it to, and like a lot of this.
And he all up in that bussy.
Yeah.
That pussy.
Look, let's say Bucci cat to say safe or in there. So
Okay. Okay.
no, hold on, look. Now this is the crazy part, but the brother was so happy. He get on the phone with me while in mid conversation like we have it now. Brother start crying of joy that he didn't have it, and I feel like we was in a prayer session. I felt like I'm like, brother, count your blessings, stay the hell away from this woman. And brother Mark, you were with me the other day when a brother came to us and told us that the situation. I ain't gonna say his business, but
Yeah.
you were with us, like you were with me when a brother came there and said that his wife was messing around on him, and he was, and you saw that, brother was happy. You were there. You witnessed it.
We get the testimonials all the time.
We get testimony. You were with me the other day. The brother was there. The brother said that Bucci can't pay. So, but look, this is what's happening. So look, oh wait, I gotta play one. Wait, where is it? Wait. Oh, brother Kobe, you gotta come on, man. We done filled up. I'm gonna let you come on. Wait. I'm gonna let you come on, brother Kobe. Hold on, brother.
I'm at work, man. I'll drop off and still watch on the back end. I'll let somebody else come on.
All right, brother, and we'll let brother Kobe kick on. So
shout out to Gents. I ain't seen Gents in a minute.
Boy, we ain't seen Gents. Boy, we ain't seen Gents in a minute.
I haven't seen Gents before I hit the DR.
What's going on?
I know why. I know Gents dealing with these other things, but Gents, look, since we ain't seen you in a while, brother, I'm glad to see you. I really am. How have you been, brother? You got the stage, brother Gents. How have you been, brother? I mean, brother's glad to see you. We thought somebody kidnapped you, big dog.
Nah, man. Look, I've been hibernating in the States, but I'm actually in Colombia now, so I've been here.
Okay. Oh, boy, brother been in Colombia, bro. So you've been all right? I see you sweating. I see you sweating right now.
You know, got the fans on, so you know.
You got the fans on, all right.
Got to stay the AC in the room and everything, but we in the living room.
No. Now, why are y'all saying that, brother clapping? Come on. Why y'all saying brother clapping? Look, brother Gents, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm just getting settled in and everything. But yeah, I'm good.
Man, that's what's up, man. So you yourself, so we was talking about Santo Domingo stuff, but now it's went on open. We always go open, man. Look, I might say, look, we're gonna talk about chitlins and pork grease, and we go on talk about hamburguesas. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. It's the brotherhood when we all together, we at our most powerful. But you got the floor, man. And what we talking about, Connor, is this is the main theme. Black men saying other black men coming somewhere and messing it up. Like you in Colombia right now. That's like you saying, hey, man, I don't want Ronan coming over here because he going to mess it up. What do you think about that?
Well, we know like there's a subgroup of black men most people are talking about, the people that don't know how to handle themselves when they leave. For some odd reason, nothing applies. Everybody want to wear the big chains and stuff, and then something happens, they want to get mad and shit on the country. But you wouldn't do that in some of the most dangerous parts in the States. You just gotta be vigilant. And I think a lot of guys that a lot of them, I don't know, for some odd reason they get to these places, they just start acting a fool
because they never been nowhere before. That's what it is.
Hey, yeah.
No, but some of these guys been traveling. It just might be just them. But look, even that being said, I have seen white dudes act very crazy. Bro, I watched a video the other day of a white dude in Thailand disrespecting the culture, and I swear everybody in Thailand beat shit out of him.
Oh, the dude that got stomped out, yeah.
Yeah, he got stumped out, but at the same time, there's no white guys really putting this out there. They're not walking around saying, white passport, bro, gets his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
White guys be on cold, man.
Like, white guys are more on code, but if one dude do something crazy in our community, and I'm not saying it's not, because look, I'm an older cat now. I'm in my 40s. I hate that too. When I see cats, look, I done walked up to, bro, I was in a club one night in San Domingo and dude was throwing money and I tried to talk to him. I said, this not the place for that. They ain't listen to me. You know what I did? I just left. I walked off and left. One time I was in the club, in the Jet Set Club, in the one that fell out in the Dominican Republic, the one that fell out in Santo Domingo, and dudes was moving wrong. They were arguing with somebody over a bottle. They were trying to ball out for these chicas, and the man gave them the bill. They don't want to pay it. And I was talking to them a little bit. When the bill came, they don't want to pay it. I just whoop, exit.
Time to go, yeah.
To the left. It's time because they don't want to pay it, and they getting loud, and they thinking they from wherever they from, beating on their chest. I say, let me get out here because these dudes use kid knives over here. I see people kid knives. They don't mind swinging the kid. I saw a Uber driver here, and where he was doing on a moto, and the dude said his fries was cold. They was about to cut each other up with kid knives. Both of them had kid knives over French fries. We ain't ready for that level of debauchery.
Man, you know the last time I've been to DR, I witnessed dude get finished.
Yeah, I remember that.
So,
I remember that.
You gotta be careful out there, boy.
What happened?
I don't know if you was giving that question to gents, but like
any of y'all
push back against that negative stereotype about brothers in particular. Like every time we go somewhere or we make a place more popular, because I gotta give us credit, like monitoring everything we do. We could put a spot on the map, not in a bad way, just in general, just because we going somewhere. So I don't agree with that. It's go somewhere, that conversation got to come up over like whether it's ruined or not, or we didn't blow. Nobody was saying that when the demographics was out here, in the 90s and before the internet. Why is that always with us?
Always, every single.
Well, I would say the difference is cameras now. That's the biggest difference. Before,
right, I'm sorry. Say again. You said
the difference was cameras. They didn't have cameras like they do now, and because again, I've been going to Colombia since like 6 years ago, and when I was going to Medellin or Peru or like these other places, I will only see like white people or Europeans or like actual Colombians traveling back and forth. So now, because it's open and everybody knows, again, there's people at my job talking about, hey, I'm gonna go to Medellin this weekend. First time I'm going over there. And these are like regular, normal people, young guys who already know what they're gonna go do when they get over there. But it's open now. I was in Cartagena this weekend with Devontae, and at the club, I saw a bunch of Indian dudes arguing outside the club, ready to fight. So
wait, hold on, wait. You didn't talk about my number 2 demographic. Let me show y'all again. You didn't talk about my look. Now this is good for the passport, bro. Talk. They always try to put this on us. Look, my number 1, United States. My number 2 demographic is what?
Indians.
Indians. And shout out to my Indian. So, but that you bought it all the way full circle. Indians are leaving India, coming to Cartagena to DR. That's
crazy. I've seen a couple.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I ain't saying that's the bad.
They have bread and they was arguing outside the club, ready to fight the guy. Crazy.
What city was that? He said he was in Medellin.
I was in Medellin and I was in Cartagena this past 2 weeks. So I seen Indians in both spots.
What club was it in Medellin? Because
okay, go ahead.
What happened?
Go ahead.
I said, what club was it in Medellin that you was at?
It was like 7 clubs right there near Parker Yedis. It was one of them. I saw them coming out and they were arguing.
Okay. Probably. Park,
I know that had to be. I know that had to be funny to see.
No, that shit was funny. They came out.
Yeah, if you say, arguing with him. Yeah.
Crazy.
Wait. Shout out to my Indians. Shout out to my look. Did the brother have incense? Everyone I had incense. Brother, give me some. Look, I got the incense right here. Look, you think I'm playing? Brother, give me some incense. He say, "Hey, Rona, you take these incense, you burn them in your bathroom. It make your dookie smell good, and it make your life. You have good luck in your life." I'm like, I kept them. I'm like, I'm gonna keep the incense. No, this is real talk. Y'all laughing. No, this is real. No, y'all laughing. The brother give me these incense, and I'm keeping these 2. I would never burn them because my brother give me these incense. I'm keeping them. So that's real talk.
That's true. But I also see a lot of Chinese people. That's one thing I see everywhere too. Like especially you go to Santo Domingo, them Chinese dudes be having a Dominican wife. Like it's the funniest thing. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. Like I see it all the time. Same thing in Bogota. I see a lot of Asian people in Bogota, and just crossing over. I don't know, but yeah.
No, but Cam, you just said something. One of them video that people like a lot when I talked about Mr. Lee. Santo Domingo has a Chinatown. People don't believe me.
Yeah, they do.
Now, Cam, as a person that goes to Santo Domingo, bro, Marcus there. Santo Domingo has a lot of Asian people, bro. You know, I freaked out the first time I saw him. The first time I saw an Asian guy speaking Spanish, that I was frozen because I'm thinking he gonna be, that cat speaking perfect Spanish, and I was frozen like a deer headlight. People don't realize that America have us sometime, bro. We looking at stuff black, white, Mexican, Chinese. That's how we look, but the world don't look at the world like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I agree with you.
But you know
There's
what,
two
man, that's why I
people
tell
I've
people,
seen in every country I went to.
Yeah.
A Jewish person and a Chinese person. Every country. I've seen those two people. They always had a store or a synagogue or church or something of that nature. Same thing that you see here. They got a Chinese restaurant. They got a Chinese I was in Chile and I was looking at all these Spanish people work at a Chinese supermarket, and I see the owner there with a cigarette yelling at him. I couldn't believe it. I said, "This is crazy." It's the same way everywhere, bro.
Yeah, it's the same story. So it's just not America where we see these.
It's not just America, and I think that's the biggest problem. It's not just America.
Yeah.
Okay. Brother dropping them facts. Brother dropping them facts. Brother Kobe, man, where you been at? Brothers thought you got kidnapped too, big dog. Where you been at, big?
I was actually in the DR 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I told you I was out there. Yeah.
Me and Kobe was out there together.
Oh, okay. You was out there, but you was with your chick or chicks.
Okay. Oh, damn. You ain't got to put him out there, bro. You got to put brother on pad.
You see how you driving, dog?
Yeah,
with your chicks.
Yeah, bro, you with your chick, brother hit you like that. You know, you ain't got to do all that. Yeah. So it's all good.
It was cool. And then I went to Puerto Plata for a few days as well. Sosúa as well too. So,
dang, you was in Sosúa?
Yeah, for like, I mean, it's right there. Yeah.
You was all right. You had a good time. You know what I mean?
Nah, I mean, it was. I was just seeing some old friends.
No, but let me ask you a question. Let's get on top. So when you were in Sosúa, and you was in
Hey Ronan, can you let Apollo on? He's backstage.
Sorry. Okay, he back. Well, I'm waiting for Apollo.
Hey, Ronan, I'm gonna jump off too because I'm straighten up in here. I got these guys coming in tomorrow to do this countertop.
But big games, I'm gonna look. Drop your channel in the chat so the brothers can follow you, big dog. Cause you be dropping some game. Drop your channel, big dog.
All right, definitely.
Yeah, drop your channel. So
I'm gonna go out here and jump off too, man. I just wanted to hop on and say what's up.
Bro, Mark,
appreciate y'all. Yeah.
Drop your channel again. Yeah. Y'all drop your channels. Look.
Hey, Marcus, you in Santo Domingo, right?
Yeah. I'm here until Tuesday.
Marcus, let me ask you a question, brother. You in one of my favorite spots. You don't have the best internet, but that's one of my favorite spots. Have you been enjoying that location? I mean,
I love this location. This is the perfect location. I stayed at a few spots that you sent me, and we have to talk about that too because I feel like I'm bringing sand to the beach. I'm out here hanging out with my friend here. This building in particular, I didn't know. I ain't need
that building, hey, bro.
That building.
That building right there is diabolical.
Yes.
Yeah, that building gets you in a lot of trouble.
You gotta go nowhere. Like every time I get on the elevator, I'm like,
that building.
You hit me up now.
Bro, that building is diabolical. But me and you gonna talk about it, brother. I'm gonna call
location
you tomorrow.
though.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all follow the brother. Marcus, before you leave or whatever, put it in the comments so the brothers can follow your channel. Brothers done watch this video. Is already in the back of the house. We had 1,300 people that already watched this, so it's a good thing. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all follow my brother Marcus A. Brown. Follow Kobe. Follow everybody, man. Follow J and them, everybody, Cam, everybody who got a YouTube channel or whatever, man. Make sure you guys follow them. we always want to support each other, man. Make sure y'all brothers do that. That's how we gonna live right now. That's the build. That's so. Shout out, brother Marcus, man.
Appreciate you, Ronald. Shout out to y'all, man. I still be in the chat.
Okay.
I still be in the chat. All right, peace.
I know
y'all.
what you're dealing with, big dog. I know what cats deal with in Santo Domingo. I already know. I know how the ladies work. A lot of so camp the brothers do it. So look, brother Kobe. So when you were in, you spent your time. You spent a little time in Puerto Plata and Santo Domingo. Which one treated you the best? I only ask you this because brothers gonna ask me why I didn't ask you this.
Well, you know what? The first 3 days I was there, it was raining. So
it rained here.
Even Cam was saying I went during just the rainy season. I don't know, is it rainy season right now? So the first
it just happens here. It just it just happens. Like it rained here the other night for no reason. I'm in Sasua, but it
seemed
just rained. Yeah.
I got to go back to really experience it because I was, I got a remote job, so I was working during the day, so I only really got to go out at night.
Okay.
But when I went to Puerto Plata, I took 2 days off, so I had the whole 4 days to really experience it. So for me, I was talking to the girls at the gym out there, the regular chicks.
Yeah.
And then Sua's right there, so it's only 10, 15 minutes away. So most of the fun I had was in between Puerto Plata and Sasua.
Yeah.
I would say that much. So I would say the brothers gotta, at least check it out. Puerto Plata is cool too.
Let's talk about Sasua. The ladies treated you right here. I'm in Sasua, but I'm on the outskirts. But they treat you right.
Yeah, I know a few people that live there, right? So I was just going to connect with some of the brothers, and it was fun. It was out there just messing, they just be walking around everywhere and just a little aggressive.
You think they're a little too aggressive here? You think they're a little? I had one. I'm saying it because one kind of got me, and she made me. She come at me like she was like she was Mr. T. I'm in the park. You know the park. I'm in the little park right by Sasua, right by the pharmacy. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to record a video, and she's looking at me. She a big booty and all. She a fine chick, and she comes to me like Mr. T. What are you? I'm trying to shoot video. She don't care about none of that. She's like in front of me trying to grab it, hug on me. I'm like, hey, look, chill out. Go get that guy in the Yankees hat with the big chain on. I'm chilling. I'm over here. I'm trying to send her somewhere else. Did you have that experience where the women was trying to be aggressive to you?
Yeah, this is one really pretty chick. She's Haitian, kind of tall, and she's real picky. So all these guys wanted to talk to her, and so my homeboy pulls her over, and for whatever reason she doesn't like him. So she, they going back and forth at it, and he tells her, "Hey, mess with my homeboy." And so she looks at me, examines me, and she said, yeah, you look good. I guess we could do this.
Oh, you got that chocolate skin. Wait, brother got that chocolate skin.
I mean, the thing is, I didn't end up messing with her, but I just thought it was funny. Like, okay, they picky like that. I thought it was whatever, But I guess certain ones.
No, some women have their preferences. I mean, like anything else, but. Like you got that dark complexion. She could look like she's a Haitian. A lot of Haitians. Not all Haitians got dark skin. I met some light skinned Haitians, but she could look at you and felt like this is the kind of man I like. You know what I'm saying? So you come there, I said, brother, you come in there with that Western African big dog. You from where? You from Ghana? You coming with that Ghana swag? She could have saw that and was just attracted to you. Look, women like different things. That's what men gotta understand. Like even women, I don't even care they mangoes. They got men they like. They might find a guy like a woman might. Let's talk mango talk. A woman might look at a guy that she find attractive and look at me and say I don't like him and charge me double and charge you cheaper. I mean, people got what they like if that's what you into, but everybody got something they like. But one thing my uncle told me when I was a kid. Money make your ears look good. You know what I'm saying? So a woman will look at you with money and they like, you know what? He ain't that bad looking. He got a good jawline. They'll find something look good with you. So while you were in, so while you in Santo Domingo, that's my favorite city. As of now, I'm about to spend a lot of time in Santiago. So how did the women treat you in Santo Domingo?
Santo Domingo, man, I guess because a lot of the girls I met were working, so I didn't really.
Wait, they were working like they were in the game, or working like
no.
they have a job.
No,
we got
like,
that means something.
Like working as far as charging, but to hang out with them, charging for the time. I'll say that much.
And you was on like Tinder and all that, or Bumble, or which one?
Yeah, I used Tinder and Bumble, but I went out to man, there's some gentlemen's clubs out there too. I forgot the name, by the Melicon. You know, we went to check them out. But mostly on the dating apps, a lot of the girls seem to be just kind of working, you know, charging for the time, things like that. But I did go to the mall, got a couple phone numbers. I went to Agora and Blue Mall, so I went to both.
I like Agora and Blue Mall. And the women let you approach them. You didn't have any problem.
Nah, they were cool.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of women, even me, when I go to Agora Mall, I haven't had any problem. I heard men say they have problems. That's why I asked you. But
but when I was in Zona Colonial, it was a little different. Now over there, they were giving me a little bit of pushback as far as the girls that were working at the stores and the restaurants and stuff. They seemed to be a little bit more resistant. Because I couldn't pull nothing over there. It was mostly just in the mall.
So you think that the women saying that there's a gringo, he come in here, he trying to smash and dash, or you feel like they said, look, this is a Haitian dude trying to get his Dominican green card? I'm just playing with you, brother. I mean, my Haitian brother trying to get, look, I'm only saying that, look, I'm only playing with you because, bro, today in Sosua Abajo, they raided a church. Listen to me. They raided. I can't show Haitians? It on here. The Dominicans raided a church to remove Haiti. They was in the church and they got a lot of people in Sosua Abajo, which is down the street from where I'm at. They raided a whole church and they got people. I don't get in that Dominican Haitian stuff myself, man, because I understand both. Look, I got a lot of Haitian friends. I donate to a lot of Haitians and I donate to a lot of Dominicans. And most of the time here in my neighborhood, they get along so good. It's just like outskirts that they do this. So shout out to my brother right here, Vacation Ryan, with the $4.99. Make sure y'all brothers go subscribe to this brother's channel.
Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Ryan.
Vacation Ryan. Shout out to my brother.
He going to the DR next week.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey, Rhoda, I'm planning on going to Santo Domingo this time, man. So I might stay at that Airbnb, man, that you posted, man.
Bro, when you come, I'm gonna be in Santo Domingo for a while coming up. I'm gonna do Santiago, then I go back to Santo Domingo. It's just a good lifestyle. But this is the thing with me with all this. I just love all of them together. Like to me, and I'm about to do something like shout out to brother Flip Flop too. He chopped on earlier. He's about to do a road trip, and what I'm about to do is a little bit different. I'm going to stay in every area for a while. I'm gonna go to every little town, and that not only do it help my channel, but it shows people the different sides because I'm sick of the Sosua Santo Domingo argument. Yeah. I'm like, come here. I made this video to go in it. I'm so sick of that argument myself. But shout out to my brother right here with that 1.9 super chat. Do it in Punta Cana for 3 weeks. I need suggestions. Man, Punta Cana, look, email me, brother. I will give you a couple things. And look, I want to know, Xavier, when you're coming. Maybe we can meet up. Email me at ronanthewandering@gmail.com. I'll send you places to stay at, my brother. I'm going to send you a lot of places, like the best place to stay in Punta Cana that I know myself. Look, I know a lot more about Punta Cana at first now than I knew at first. Because, boy, when I first went there, I saw these big Shirleys. These sisters was on this. Boy, let me tell you, I did not like big boy.
They look like they had a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken by them, didn't they?
Boy, they were mad. They were there. And look.
Isn't it a lot of tourists or no? I heard it was like
Yes, it's all
it was
tourist.
it was a lot of tourist people.
Yeah,
when
that's
I
why
went
Ronan, we got to hit Higuay. So if I pull up on you this summer, let's hit up Higuay.
we can go. Look, I'm about to do
It's a
whole
small
I'm telling
town,
you.
right?
It's not. I mean, it's a decent sized town. You know, I'm from a small town personally. Higuay is smaller than Santo Domingo, but it's bigger than Sosúa. You know what I'm saying? It's like an actual municipality.
What about all them other cities that's in the DR, like on like close by the Haitian side, like all those little towns over there? Nobody talks about those because I be.
Well, that's
them
what I
on the
want to
map.
do. Well, look, that's the whole thing that. Look, I like a brother.
Big Shirley Resort, huh?
Yeah, that's what it really was. Look, bro, I was at. Look,
I'm good, bro.
No, this is real talk,
Nah,
bro. This is
no way.
I'm telling y'all guys, man. Shout out to the crime. Look, I was in Punta Cana, and it was one. They had some of the most beautiful water I ever seen. It was gorgeous, bro. While I was out, they had a manta ray, and I was vibing. I'm like, man, this place is nice. And I went to a hip hop club that night. But the next day, I'm by the pool and I'm chilling. I looked down and I saw Rasputia walk by. She cut off all of Rasputia. She looked at at me. Yeah, how you doing?
She came down without Norbert. She left Norbert out.
Oh, bro, she had that wig in the room, and I just saw that had cornrows, and she looked back at me. And she gave me a look. Boy, I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I looked at it different.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many places in the DR that people can go to and have just a good, genuine time.
Another spot.
Yeah, that's why I think that we ought to all travel to different places. Like people say this, and I want you to answer this. Apollo, as a person that's been in a lot of places, people say places play it out. It might be played out to you, but like one of the brothers said earlier that some brother men on the move was saying that different places are played out to different people because they haven't been there yet. But when a new person is coming, like, and I want you to get into Asia. You was talking about Asia, but for a person like me who haven't been to Asia yet, it's not played out to me. Somebody might say, "Hey, man, you don't need to go to Thailand. It's played out." I would rather hear you tell me, "Hey, bro, watch this in Asia in these places." That's better than a person saying that. So you were talking about Asia. So what do you think going on in Asia right now? What's wrong that you say don't be fooled by it?
No, I don't think anything's wrong with Asia. I actually think it's a hidden gem. Like Taiwan specifically, I'm gatekeeping. I'm not giving any info on Taiwan. So don't come here. Y'all stay where y'all at. Thailand is lit. It just ain't the same vibe. So a couple things that's very obvious. If I walk around the DR, I speak Spanish, people won't know where I'm from. They just may think I'm Dominican. That happens to you all the time, right? Because your complexion, they think that you poppy, whatever. In Asia, they know you're not from here. Like I'm in Taiwan. I'm the only black person in the 8-block radius. So not having the ability to like blend in at all, you do get treated differently. It's not bad. It's actually really safe out here. Thailand is lit. I went out to Thailand a couple times. It's actually a lot of fun, but you don't see, and this is going to be as PG as I can say, you don't see the bubble like you would see it if you was in the Dominican Republic or Colombia. And when you do see it, you go crazy because you ain't used to seeing bubbles. And I'm used to seeing bubbles. I lived in Latin America 12 years. So not seeing that onion that you're looking for is like difficult. And it's like, all right, so that's probably the biggest part. But the cost of living, really cheap in Thailand, even Taiwan, super cheap. The places I've been to Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, since I've been here. I mean, it's easy to travel. It's really, really cheap to travel once you get here. Food is really inexpensive. Transportation is about the same as Latin America. But yeah, the language barrier is real because every country. So in Latin America was dope. You know, you learn Spanish. There's some different nuances, but it's Spanish. Dominican Spanish, Puerto Rican Spanish, Cuban Spanish, very similar. You go to Colombia. But here, I leave here, I learn a little bit of Mandarin. I go somewhere else where they got Malay in Malaysia. I don't speak none of that. I go to the Philippines, they speak Tagalog or whatever. I don't know none of that. And so everywhere I'm going, I'm hoping that people speak English because I'm not learning 6 languages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
On that.
So that I would say that's the biggest difference. But yeah, super safe. You can find the same stuff, beaches. You can find regular chicks, you know what I'm saying, out this way that like black dudes. And, you know, it's not a whole bunch, but it's plenty. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you.
But I see a lot like our white brothers, like a lot of people like that, a lot of things. So look, let me ask you this: women wise, do you feel like the women treat you good, or just foreigners better than they treat their own kind, or what? What do you think? Any foreign, not just you or anybody.
Here or Dominican or where? Like
no, where you at now? We're gonna hit on that.
No, I think it's just culturally. Like the one Taiwanese chick that I dated, she treated me extremely well, but she had money too. So that's probably the biggest difference in dating. Like the chicks will pay for dates here. Like that don't happen in DR. That don't happen in Colombia.
They ain't happen in DR, bro. That's not too often. Look, I give a woman 500 pesos for something, and I needed 200 back for something, and she give it to me. And 2 days later, she said, "Papi, I get those 200 pesos. You guys, what?" I forgot all about it. So definitely here, a woman give you something. Now look, they gonna do their job. Now, a lot of men say they want traditional. Traditional, you're paying that you're paying for something. You're paying for a lot of things. You got to understand what traditional means. A lot of dudes, especially black dudes, they grew up in like a lot of us. Now I didn't, but a lot of guys grew up in single parents household. They say they want traditional, but they get traditional. They get mad. They used to 50-50.
Yeah.
In
So
DR, I haven't saw too many 50-50. Have you saw a lot of 50-50 in DR? With Dominicans, I'm talking about with a foreign man. I haven't saw too much.
No, when I lived out there, I would say the difference, like they come from decent money. You know, they got the semiconductors out here, so they work in tech and AI, whatever. Some of the chicks make just as much or more than me. But then if you want that, you know, where you have a power dynamic that's different, like it would be in Latin America, you're gonna get the Filipinas or the Indonesian chicks that's working here at factories. But that comes with its own set of issues. And so I would prefer to date the Taiwanese chicks if I was going to do that, because I don't feel like dealing with the same poverty mindset you would deal with in Latin America. But
wait. So let's talk about that poverty mindset. Then I'm gonna let other brothers go on. But what you think is the drawbacks of dating women over there with that poverty mindset? In case, because a lot of brothers don't go over there. What do you think?
No, they're trying to come up. It's the same way. Like you got to have a vetting system. It's like the DR. There's chicks that's for you in the DR.
Yeah.
You know, man, there's chicks that's going to try to get every penny they can get out of you. You just got to do a vetting system. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rona, I gotta head out, but
I know you're working, big dog. I know you're doing your thing, big dog.
Bro, I am not at work. I'm going.
Okay, Brady got that jersey on.
You said what?
Okay, I know you're working. Don't get on women your money, big dog.
I gotta go head out one right now. So you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Don't
on
give him your money,
gang
big dog.
banging.
Yeah. Shout out to you and Smokey Robinson.
All right, Rod, I'm out. Shout out.
All right. Shout out to my brother.
Peace.
Look. Yeah, that's what's up, man. And so look, here's the whole thing, man. So in this conversation that we're talking about, do you think, and let's just put it back to over here. You've been to Sosua, right?
Yeah. I went to Sosua 2012. The last time I went was 2016, though.
Oh, you went in the heyday. Do you think Sosua?
Yeah.
They about to reopen it up, man. I was there the other day. They redoing it. It's about to open up like soon. Like, why do you think a lot of men think that if people start going to Santo Domingo, they're gonna ruin it? Santo Domingo's a major city. A lot of they ain't go. You can't ruin Santo Domingo.
No, the thing about Santo Domingo that's dope, there's a lot of uncharted territory. And so this is why I always say, this is why I promote my program, Cheat Code Spanish. You learn the language, you don't have to stay where all the tourists are at.
Yeah,
you
can
find
go
a
around.
spot where middle-class Dominicans live, that's safe, that's affordable, and you don't have to compete. It's like, you shouldn't even be in Zona Colonial if you stand for a long period of time. Like, I would just leave that alone. I know Kobe was talking about he was there and having a hard time. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go fishing in that pond at all, right? But first time there makes sense. Makes sense.
And that's the thing I tell guys too about when I first came to Santo Domingo, my stuff was backwards because I didn't know. When I first went, I went to I stayed in Santo Domingo Este, way away from
me too
tourist area. Yeah, I didn't know, and I didn't know because look, other people had told me to book a trip. I had two friends. One of them lost his life behind a woman, and these dudes had told me, that's the kind of origin story of me. That, Iron Man, everybody got their origin story. My origin story, the dude's telling me to come to go to the DR. I wanted to go to Ethiopia, and they're like, "Man, it's too far. Let's go to And look, Susu is dead. That's what they told me. Susu is dead. Let's go to Santo Domingo, and these ninjas don't show up. And dude, I'm way in Santo Domingo. I don't know what I'm doing. I book a place in Santo. I booked the place kind of in the hood, first coming, and I'm like, what the hell did I do? I had a great time. I had an awesome time, but now I tell people, hey, bro, when you first coming, go stay in the city central, PNT when you first. But after you learn where you at, then you can start and you meet some solid women. You go, you stay in PNT first, or Bella Vista, any one of these like city central places, and you start spreading out eventually. Now I can stay anywhere there. Just like here, I'm in Dominican Barrio here now. You go out here, I got number chihuahuas and cats out here selling pineapples and mangoes and everything else. But and Petey, hold on one second. I'm getting ready to come to you. So Apollo, so I don't think Santo Domingo can be anything but Santo Domingo. What do you think?
No, Santo Domingo, to me, it's a lovely spot. Okay, hold on, I got students trying to come up in here. I'm gonna have to jump back in.
Yeah, jump back in.
Yeah.
So look, jump back in. Petey. Wait, I don't know. Wait, I got you blocked. Oh, wait, your number. There you go. Wait, let me give you the mic, my brother. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Nice to be on here with y'all today.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I came in at the wrong part of the chat, I think, because I've never been to Santo Domingo. All my time has been up in Puerto Plata, so I can't compare the two. I love Puerto Plata. I've been to the Sioux, not a lot, but I have been over there. You know.
Okay, so what do you think? So what do you think about Sosúa? Did you have a good time?
I had a great time, man. Yeah, I mean, we walked all around Pedro Casante down to the beach. You know, it was popping the day we went. It was like chicks everywhere. I was well received. Like y'all said, I've never had a problem with anything, or, you know, everyone was cool. You know, we kicked it on the beach. We got a table. We watched the chicks walk by. We would have some presidentes and stuff like that. Yeah, it was cool, man. I love it, you know.
So look, let me ask you this, brother. Why you think people hate on men coming here to? I'm in Sosúa right now. I think Sosúa is an excellent place. You came, and look, first before we get there, why did you come here?
Oh man, for all the same reasons you guys, man. I'm fed up in the States, man. I'm beyond past my limit with these chicks, with their mentality, with the lack of traditional family values. I mean, I'm 50. I just turned 50. I have a good job. I have my own home. I got a car. You know, I should have a family. I should be balling, you know, and I'm a single dude, and I've really been single ever since my divorce in 2009. That's crazy, you know, and then I've just been working, grinding. And it wasn't until about 2 years ago, I had like a family matter, you know, a death in the family. I was like, hey, I got to make this change, you know, and that's when I first came to the DR. And, you know, it was the best time ever, you know, and I'm looking to move there in the next year and a half or sooner. You know, I'm just at the stage, I don't get to stay. I come a lot. I've been there probably like 6 or 7 times in the last year and a half, but it's always like 2 weeks or 10 days. So I can't quite break through the first stage. Like I watch a lot of your videos with all the choppies and the gold diggers. And it's kind of frustrating because even they'll say like, oh, I'm like, well, what are you looking for? You want long-term? You want short-term? I speak really, you know, pretty fluent Spanish too. So I don't have a issue with the Spanish. And a lot of them will even be like, yeah, long-term, I'm looking for this. But as soon as you meet them, you know, they're hustling, they're doing stuff. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's good. So look, let me ask you this: are you, as far as your background, are you Mexican, Central American? Where you come from?
So I get the Mexican a lot, especially because so I was born and raised just outside of DC in Silver Spring, Maryland, and then my first half until my 20s, and I moved to Cali. So I got that East Coast, dual citizenship,
Yeah,
East
I'm
Coast,
asking.
West Coast.
That's why I'm asking you. Shout out to
Yeah,
Mexico.
yeah. I got that. You know, so I used to have an East Coast swag. Now I got a West Coast swag. And then when I start talking, like in the DR, they actually think I'm Mexican, and they actually the way I dress and stuff, they're like, "Are you a gangbanger?" I'm like, "No, I'm just
Like
from California."
Gang banging. Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm into the gang banging, but I'm not a gang banger. Yeah, but yeah. You know, so the way I dress, though, you know, they'll see me, and then I speak Spanish, but I'm changing it to the Dominican accent, but really a lot of it has that Mexican, that Cali accent. So that's when they'll be like, they think. But I'm actually first generation Greek American, so I speak Greek.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
man, let me tell you. I swear, look, and let me tell you, I have nothing against Mexicans. Look, I did my DNA test. I have a lot of Mexican DNA myself. This is the crazy part. No, I did my DNA test. A lot of French, Mexican, whatever, a lot of African American. But I had a Mexican myself. So when I saw you, maybe it's your beard or that West Coast vibe. I thought you was. Look, I mean, like just my brother right here just say, shout out. Look, every brother, look, my brother stuff too. We thought you was a Mexican. My brother, we thought you was a Mexican. And that's what's up. Now look, you winning because you can speak Spanish. So what part of, I got two questions. What part of DR you gonna move to, and how did you learn your Spanish?
Okay, well, I'll start with the where I'm gonna move to first. So, you know, I really do want to see all of the country. I've been limited. I'm not really a loner type. So the first time I went with a good homie, we got to move around. A lot of the other times it's just me, so I kind of kept it in the Puerto Plata area. I'm like feel real comfortable over there. So I do love the North Coast for a lot of reasons, especially like, you know, I'm new to I live in Florida now. I'm in 2017. I moved to Pensacola from Cali, and I don't like that. Pensacola, it's a beautiful place. I just don't like hurricanes, so I know the North Coast is kind of protected with the mountain and, you know, over there. So I think of those things too, you know. I love the small beachy towns because I'm from San Clemente, California, which is an hour south of LA, hour north of San Diego. The same little kind of quiet. It's very similar. It's like a West Coast Puerto Plata kind of. And so I like the North Coast. I mean, obviously, you know, I do want to check the other places on my list. I did make it to Santiago, but just for a little bit on the last trip. But I will start. I do want to do like the Airbnb thing out in Puerto Plata because Puerto Plata is going to blow up. You know, they're about to put a Hollywood studio out there. They're doing a bunch of things. About to invest out there. So as far as that goes, I'm going to start with Puerto Plata. Yeah.
Okay, Puerto Plata is nice, man. You got to make sure whenever you come and get with me, man.
I will for sure.
You're gonna do it. And I'm gonna tell you, make a lot of areas flood in Puerto Plata. You got to know where you want to get it at. But what you're saying is right. A-Rod is about to invest a lot of money here on the North Coast, a little bit further down the street. A lot of people are definitely investing money. But I'm gonna tell
$1 billion.
Yeah, he about to invest in $1 billion. There's a lot. Like this is a beautiful place for men, and like. I'm glad that you popped on. Well, hold on. We echoing for some reason. Let's see. But look, as a Greek person, wait, hold on. What else echoing? As a Greek person, we wouldn't think you had those same struggles that we have as men. It's not that you can't hook up with women. This is what the real brotherhood is. We talked about these things. So as a Greek person, you really have it hard dating? Like, is it just because a lot of men, before you answer, a lot of men we think it's a black thing or a white thing. I think it's just American culture. Is that true or not?
100%, man. It's not a race thing. It's an American culture thing. Is what, you know. Bro, I'm probably got it worse than any of y'all. Like, I'll be real. Like, you know, I tell people I'm the loneliest dude on the planet. Like, it's not that I don't even try out here, or, you know, I've been, like I said, East Coast, West Coast. I'm in the South now, you know, and I was like, oh, Southern hospitality. I'm gonna meet a nice, you know, chick, and no, man, it's race. It's an American thing. It's like a lot of what y'all talk about is what we've created, our society, what the government's implemented, you know, the breakdown of the family structure, all this stuff, how they've elevated feminism and stuff like that. Yeah, we're all struggling, bro. It's men, American men as a whole. I'm done with it. Like I can't get out of here fast enough, you know.
Yo, Ronan.
Nah, bro, you go ahead.
Yeah, man. I was just gonna say, man. You know, I definitely appreciate the conversation tonight, man. But I gotta hop off, and I'm
hop off, man.
I gotta finish packing my bag, but I'm in DR tomorrow, man.
You
I'm
better come. Boy, man.
Man,
that's
I'm
what's
on
up
my
that you
way.
stayed up.
I'm on my way in the morning.
Yeah. So you landing in Santiago.
I'm landing in Santiago, man. I'm gonna be there for a couple of days, so I'll probably still be there when you come.
I come Friday. So Friday I'll be there. I'll hit you up. Hit me up in the Facebook group. Maybe we can go do dinner or whatever, man. I love to chop it up with you.
Yeah, man.
This is what this is all about, man.
Hey, matter of fact, man, like, because I know you said you was going to look at some property, man. Listen, man, like my plan is definitely to have one of them skyscrapers in Santiago, man. Like, you know, I'll be in some of the Airbnbs on the 9th, 10th, 11th floor. You can see the city there. Listen, man. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Why you like Santiago better than like Santo Domingo?
So I like Santiago over Santo Domingo mainly because of the traffic and how you can move freely. Yeah. But also, if you wanted to go to the beach, you only got an hour away from the beach, less than an hour. Yeah. Probably 40, 45 minutes. You know, if you want to go to Puerto Plata. You know,
well, you can go to beaches in Santo Domingo too, but they got some pretty ones out there too. But that traffic can get you. So you're right about that. I give you that.
Yeah, that traffic. You know, that traffic. That's the one thing that gets me is that traffic. But listen, man, I gotta. I learned how to ride that Caribbean tour bus now. Listen.
Yeah, I ride it.
Game changer. Anytime I fly into Santo Domingo and I'm going to Puerto Plata, game changer. That Caribbean tour bus,
bruh. Like, that's $9.50 or $10.
You can't less than $5 for a ride.
Bruh, you can ride that bus cheap.
Brothers need to know how to travel around these countries, man. Like, and I did that solo. Because I was watching your videos one time. I said, you know what? One day I'm just gonna take that bus. I took that bus. Getting the ticket was easy. If you know a little bit of Spanish, you know, I need to get to Puerto Plata. I need to get to Santiago. You know, I need to get to Sur, whatever the case. I mean, they'll give you a ticket. You wait. Get on that bus.
It's easy.
Sleep.
Yeah, it's easy, bro. I do it at least 3 times a month. I go from here to Santo Domingo, going back and forth. I'm riding it. I'm riding it Friday morning. I'm gonna get on it. Go to Santiago and go meet the guy, go do what I got to do. And I'm just going to sit there a few days because I'm trying to get the vibe. I love Santiago, but now there's a neighborhood. What's it called? Los Jardines. It's the
Los Jardines, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best areas. And this place is there for $90,000. Man, for $90,000, you get in a place that's overlooked. You can see the mountain, you can see everything.
Yeah.
For 90 G's. Yeah. And listen, with some of the most beautiful women in the country.
Beautiful.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, they got the best.
If y'all brothers have not taken a trip to Santiago, put that on your bucket list. To go to Santiago, spend at least 2 days. 2 days there, man. There's so much stuff that you can do in the city to just enjoy yourself. And now that they got that new mall that's open.
Oh yeah, that a girl. Oh, bro. They got that transit there now. Bro, they build it so much. It's awesome.
And Uber works there too. So Uber works in Santiago just like it do in Santo Domingo.
Yeah, Uber works there good. It's and that's why I'm going there too to show brothers, because I have a big following that some people that say that I don't want to go to the store. I love it here. And look, it ain't just about clapping cheeks to me here. It's about that masculinity is still here.
Yeah.
Like men are just happy. When look, one thing about Sosua, I like black and white men, we together.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
together. We roll hard. Like a woman was with us the other day, and Brother Mark's been watching this, and she was like Eddie Kane off the 5 Heartbeats. Y'all sure y'all want me in this picture? It's a white lady. Like, come get in the picture. And she come jump in there with us. Like, we ain't on no race stuff. This ain't America. We happy here. We all together. We work together here. We don't do that. Look,
but you know, see, that's the thing too. This is the thing too. Anytime you mention or you ask a brother, yo, how was your trip to Sosua? They got these big ass Charlie Brown smiles, bro.
Yeah, they happy. It's true.
Same
Like,
thing. Same thing in Colombia. Same thing in Cartagena. Like, listen, I'm still smiling from my Cartagena trip. Like, I've been thinking about that since I left. I'm like, God, I got to get back to Cartagena.
Bro, that's how it's supposed to be. Look, so brothers, I done had brothers try to talk to me negative about Rio or Cartagena. I'm like, bro, you can find negativity anywhere, but look for the positivity.
Yeah.
Like, I look for positivity when I talk to people. Because look, people, and a lot of dudes do that because they know I live here. They say, hey, bro, I'm a DR guy. I'm like, I'm an everything guy. Because look, tomorrow, and this is how I look at everything. I live here, whatever. I'm free.
Yeah,
I'm free. Tomorrow, I might be anywhere. I might be look at Ethiopia, the party and all that. We Ethiopia. I might be in it. You might see me in Afghanistan. You might see me in the Sudan on a camel. Don't link me to nowhere. Look, I have brought a lot of people here. That don't mean I won't bring a lot of people to Morocco or anywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I will say this too, right? Because I was actually in Santiago to bring in the new year, and this was my second year bringing in the new year in Santiago. You know, because I did it last year, I did it this year. Listen, the clubs I went to in Santiago for the new year, listen, like I had so much fun. Man. Like, if you never been to, you know, just a country just to bring the new year in, man, like it's a different experience. You know, like next on my bucket list is to probably, you know, bringing the new year in Medellin, right? You know, I want to see how they do it down there, right?
Well, let me ask you. Let me ask you what. So you was in a club, like I spent a lot of time when I was in Santiago. I went to a club called Papitos. It was a little small family thing. When I went there, it was a little small, and I went to a place called Sugara. It was like a cigar shop, and I had the time of my life. So, and a lot of people, now this is what you're going to hear in the travel space. A lot of people say that Santiago is not where it's at, like for it's hanging. They say, I didn't like it there. They used to the Sioux, or they used to Santo Domingo, or so many clubs. But I tell people my experience in Santiago was positive, and your experience,
mine was positive.
Yeah. So you, as a darker skinned man, did you? Because I hear people say, man, I've heard darker skinned men say I had problems in Santiago, and to me, look, you might say to a black person, you're not dark skinned. But to the white person, we were dark. So to you, and I followed your journey myself.
Yeah.
Have you really had problems in Santiago?
No, like hey, now this is the thing, right? And I know, you know, Kobe can probably chime in on this, man. Like, listen, most of the girls, they really attracted to dark skinned guys.
There you go. Go ahead. Now there you go. Dark skinned brothers in the house. Look,
I'm not telling you a lie.
He ain't lying.
All the chicas I got on my roster, they light skinned, long black hair.
And I saw you in the Facebook group. I saw the women you deal with. They're very beautiful. You ain't lying. You ain't talking no.
Listen, man, like if you dark skin, I'm telling you, like it's probably your approach. It's probably how you carrying yourself, right? Like, you know, you probably not coming off as a as a lover, right? And I tell people this all the time. Like, you got to understand the Spanish language is a romantic language, right?
Yeah, it's a romantic language.
So if you're not coming off romantic, if you're not coming off like like you interested, if you coming off like you just trying to clap cheeks, there's a place for that, right? And you won't have no problem at all, right? But my experience, the women I deal with, they love me to death. Like I'd be like, God damn.
And I saw you, look, and I'm gonna give you your flowers. I saw you with some beautiful women. So to the brothers that's watching this, man, we always got like I can see behind the house over 1,600 people to watch this already. And look, one thing about my streams, I give all you guys credit for. This is the it don't stop. Some people can do a stream, they get 2,000 views, stop. These streams we do, they go on, they just don't stop. They go on 5,000, 6,000. So people are gonna watch this coming in there. Yeah. So, and I saw you with some beautiful women. What do you have a secret? How do you handle your game with women? Brothers coming behind you, what should they do to be as lucky or successful as you have been?
I think for me, it's just a matter of me being who I am in the States, as well as who I am in DR, who I'm in Colombia. Like I'm the same person. I do believe that most of these women, they do look for a man that can lead them, right?
Yeah.
They do look for that, that masculinity, right? If you have these female tendencies and stuff like that, like if you check it up on this girl, like she's supposed to be checking up on you. Like,
exactly. Oh man, wait, hold on, bro. You taking shots now? That's real. You talking. So you saying that a lot of American men are too soft? Now I believe that.
No, yeah. Because we so worried about what this girl is doing when I'm not with her. Like, yo, who gives a fuck? I just know when I pull up in town, and she know that I'm there. She's right there.
Yeah.
Like,
would you say that's a scarcity mindset?
Yeah.
Brothers have in the U.S. They come down there. We just used to not being around that many beautiful women and having them accessible. I mean, just. I heard Santiago got a lot of pretty girls.
Yeah, man. But you don't know the real. They got so many. They're many. So look, let me ask you something, kid. The last woman I saw you with, I thought she from Puerto. She from Santiago. I saw you with a woman. Hey, Brian, ain't gonna lie, the woman was gorgeous, and I'm like, she gotta be from. I thought she was from Santiago. She was real light. I'm like, she gotta be a Santiago girl. She was
light skin to Santiago, right?
Yeah,
Santiago a lot of mestizos.
Hold on, because there is one that's real light skinned, long black hair that she's saying Banal.
Yeah.
That's another one that's saying Banal. But yeah, like the main one is in Puerto Plata. Yeah, that's the one I usually go over. Yeah, I know some brothers started watching this video like, oh yo, is he going to see my girl? Let me go check her out.
Brother, like that, my girl, brother, getting all mad. So, like, brother, you shouldn't do that.
That's our girl.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I view. Look, that's how I view women, whether it's America or wherever. That's like everybody's girl. Like, I say stuff. I say stuff. People get mad. I say I view all women like snakes. I don't know if you're poisonous. I don't know if you're a constrictor. Until you prove yourself, and I know that love is conditional. I live in the house right now. Beautiful Dominican woman cooks for me every day. That shit continue. Let me lose my money or something. Let's see what happened then. Then it matters. What you gonna do if I don't have this American dollar following me? Yeah. Are you gonna be that person who takes care of me and Poppy, I clean this, I do it? Or are you like, hey, you need to get the hell away from here? What's gonna happen then? So that's how I view all women. It might just be me. I'm a person. I'm very like self-serving. I'm for me. That's how I view the world. Like the brother just said, it's not your girl, just your turn. Look, as a person who's been married with kids and all this, and my brother Petey like he talked about this a little bit earlier. Like we go through stages as men, and I feel the older we get, the better we get. Why are you making rookie mistakes? The older we get now, we should only be thinking about ourselves and doing what we need to do, because women will exploit you, and y'all brothers about to see things like you never seen before, because like we were showing stuff early in the video with the law of the land in America is changing. They're getting rid of all these benefits, and like you have to qualify for them. you will see these women coming in your DM right now saying, "Hey, big head." These women will be coming at you, especially your brother got a good job.
Especially if they know you travel and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
they assume.
Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. You think let me tell y'all brothers who's in the Matrix right now on the plantation. Oh, girl, on the plantation about to start looking at you different. That was my thing. Minimoo told me, a couple of brothers said, "Nah, they don't think that's true." I think that's true. I think a lot of these women about to start looking at cats. She's gonna be looking at you good. She's gonna be looking at, hey, you know what, you know, Stanley at the post office. Something about your Jerry curl hitting right now tonight.
Yeah.
He got that green, like, he got the 3 gold teeth. They're gonna be looking at Stanley right now, looking good. Like look, this is how it always been. But the government came in and messed the game up. The government now saying, hey, Butchers, go fend for yourself. Mm-hmm. And now women gonna be running to dudes. Boy, y'all about to see some things y'all ain't never seen before. That's what I think. I can be wrong, but I'm telling you, women about to come at cats like they never. But one, like Minimoo said, it was too late. That men are gone. They them taste that sweet nectar of Sosua or Santo Domingo. I know Santo Domingo changed my life. Let me tell you something. I have never dealt with what I dealt with in Santo Domingo ever. American woman can't tell me nothing. I look at her, I be looking at her throat. I be like, a woman like me in America, you know what I'm saying? I look at them like, oh damn. I look at her ankles, her feet, her ears. A woman in America, and I'm not dissing them. If you love them, good for you. You can have all of them, big dog. I'm out the game.
All of them.
Yeah. All. And I'm done with Colombians, Venezuelans, and just Venezuelans is I think some of those beautiful women on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all guys something. Santo Domingo got Venezuelans too. That's what, and Santiago. That's things that people don't realize. Even Sosua, if you want it, but you go on, if you like, brother was talking about earlier, like brother Adonis was talking about getting that Spanish game together. Brother, in Santo Domingo, you could date all kind of different type of chick. Brother said Colombia, look, Colombians are up there, but I think Venezuelan women are the most beautiful women that I've seen. And I was in Mexico City for a while. Mexico. Look, a lot of people talk about Mexico. Let me tell y'all something. Brothers talking about Mexico. I heard Tommy Sotomayor a long time ago say Mexican girls built like refrigerators. Mexico City.
Straight boxes.
Look, yeah, he said it was like, look, in Mexico City, that is like, I don't know if they had surgery. I saw some bad chicks in Mexico City. And like, sadly, I didn't have a YouTube channel then. Mexico City hit different. And so they got a lot of these chicks are fine. And look, a lot of these chicks who we lust after, they beautiful or whatever, a lot of these chicks have had surgery. That's why you see a lot of chicks. Look, when I'm in Santo Domingo, I see nothing but chicks. Look, one of the main places I stay in Santo Domingo, there's a BBL tower next door. The women stay in the place. So you see a lot of women coming that the stage that might be that place that Brother Marcus say he's seeing all them beautiful women that get the BBL. So a lot of places I stay at, the women are coming there, they getting their bodies redone. And I don't even knock that. At first I used to be like, I ain't gotta be real. Now I'm BBL Rona. I'm like, BBL Rona. Now go ahead and knock yourself out. Because I look at women different. I'm not trying to keep you anymore. When I was younger and in the United States like that, at one time, I probably tried to I looked at women different. Like I'm trying to control her. And it took one of my uncles to tell me, you can't control a woman. If she want to go, she's gonna back it up to the window and give it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you can't control any woman. So now I live free. You know, it's a free thing to me, man. I look at women completely different than a lot of cats. Man, they got cats still in here, man. I was about to stop it. We got we got 156 still in the building. Look, man, I'm looking at the back analytics. Man, we got like 1,700 people watch. So let me tell y'all something about streaming. Like when we get on here and start streaming, man, that stuff just goes up and up and up. Brothers like to hear us talk about this stuff. This stuff is crazy, man.
Mr. DR's back.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, like I looked at the schedule wrong today. So it's our last day of classes for the school year, and they're doing 25-minute micro classes. Literally, we just like having them turn in books, wrapping up and talking about the syllabus and stuff for next year. And so the kids were knocking at my door when I was about to start talking. I was like, I gotta let them in. It's like,
man, I don't even know what you was even talking about, but somebody has. Oh wait, brother said send the link again, brother. I'll send it again and let the brothers cook if they want. Before I get off, let me see. I dropped the link again right here because look, and let me tell y'all brothers something, man. One of the Indian brothers just sent me $100. He said, "Yeah, represent India, bro." Look, let me tell y'all. Shout out to my Creole. Look, India. Look, wait, Kobe. Let me show you. I don't know you was here. Look. Let me show you something. And this something, like we were talking about, Indian brothers travel. Look at my biggest demographic is United States, and second is India. Then DR and all the rest of that stuff. India, bro. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's my like. I don't know. I don't look like an Indian. Maybe they say he's an Indian with a short haircut. I don't know. But the Indian cats are rocking out with me hard. Shout out to India. I'm telling you, I was with some brothers. Brother, give me my incense. I gotta say, yeah, brother, you burn these incense. You know, you better. So brothers, look, shout out to India, man. The Indian cats are definitely rocking out with me right now. Let me drop the link again to you, brothers, man. I'll drop. Brother said drop the link again. Let me see. I'll drop it again before we get off. I wanted to get on before I went to Santiago because Saturday is my best day for streaming because I made Wednesday hot. When I started, look, cats wasn't streaming on Wednesday. I started streaming on Wednesdays. Everybody named mama started streaming on Wednesday. And we still did good. That's the thing about it. We still popped out of here like it's good. Look, but that's why I tell cats, man, when you're a real cat, you can get on anytime, anything, and you can do what you got to do. You can definitely. Hold on, man. Let me go get something right quick. Brother Adonis, you go, and brother hold on, brother PD. Let me stop his mic. So brother Apollo, you finish. I know brother Ken got to get off. Brother Ken, I know you got to go, but y'all can cook. Y'all can cook. I gotta go to the bathroom right quick. Y'all go here right quick. Let me go get something. Y'all can definitely do what you got to do.
All right. I'm not sure. What was the last topic? I mean, I know I was talking about the different cities in the DR.
You was talking about the smaller cities.
I mean, I think once you learn the language, it's very important. You know what I'm saying? To learn the language, you can move around very safely because you don't want to be in small cities with your phone out doing Google Translate every spot. And also, if you got boots on the ground, if you can find people, other expats, or maybe a Dominican that you trust, which is hard. It's not always easy in those smaller cities that can be a tour guide. Because even the guys will try to take advantage of you if you don't, set boundaries and stuff like that. I had that happen to me in Santo Domingo once. This guy that was Dominican from New York got stuck there because of a case. And we had a night at the club, and at the end, he trying to look at me when the bill come like he was a chick. I'm like, dude, I'm not paying for no dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to put in on this as well. But once you find those people you trust, you can see more of the country. But no, I love the DR, man. Santo Domingo is dope. It's so big though. Like it's not just Piantini, it's not just Agora, it's not just La Chuchi, Churchill. They call it La Chuchi.
I called you. I just didn't have enough time, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just a few days, and I stayed in Zona Colonial, and
I wouldn't stay in Zona Colonial. I would go just check it out. El Conte, but I wouldn't stay there in particular. But you live and you learn, man. I do everything wrong the first time. My first trip to Colombia, I did everything wrong. You know what I'm saying? My first trip DR, same thing. And then you go back and you figure it out. But there's a lot of information out there now with YouTube. Like I started traveling in 2010 where I had an Android. No, I didn't even have Android. I had a BlackBerry. It's no data plan. You know what I'm saying? No GPS, no Google, nothing. We're just out there.
So what I will say about Santo Domingo, man, is I got introduced to some nice restaurants down there. They got, one of them I started following on Instagram. When I get the name of the restaurant in Santo Domingo, I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Because I try to experience something different every time I go to Santo Domingo.
Yeah.
Right now, I probably go to a few nightlife clubs. I think one is Paris, and then
Paris.
And then the
I
mixer.
love Paris.
Yeah. But I love Paris too. Like my first time going there, I said, "Oh, this shit is dope. This shit is dope." And there be some bad women in there too, man.
I got a question for y'all right now. Is it straight just hookah bars now in Santo Domingo? When I left there, everything was like turned to hookah bars, like left and right.
They got a lot, but not every place. Like one of my favorite places, I don't want to stop you, Ken. One of my favorite places that I like to hang in, like I got places like I'm just like an ordinary dude. I'm old cat. I'm in my 40s. I ain't no young cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I have things like, because a lot of guys watch me, they be young. Hey man, come to me with play. I went with some brothers in Santo Domingo somewhere. I felt like old man in there. You know what I'm saying? Like they was in there, they were playing so much young stuff. Everybody was in their like 20s. I'm like, oh, I need to roll out. But look, VIP mixer can be like that sometimes, but you still have a crowd. I haven't had any problems. So a lot of places are turning like hookah like that, but I do like the Paris bar, and I like a place called MG Kitchen. So a brother told me the other day, MG Kitchen changed their life. Now MG Kitchen is hit and miss in Santo Domingo. It's a restaurant. It's not a I love it.
I heard.
I love it. It's not a nightclub, but they do play live music. And MG Kitchen kind of changed my life like that too. Because when I went there, all hell broke loose. It was just extravaganza of like Beyonce's and just like beautiful women. And I just happened to be in there sipping on some cognac with a cigar, and it's just like they who is this cat? I'm Poppy, mommy. You know what I'm saying? And like I had one of the best nights I have ever had in my life. I clapped two that same night. I clapped two, and it was just so great. So a lot of the places, a lot of places are turning into like cigar thing, but it's I mean like the hookah type joints, but it's cool. I'm cool with it. It's all right if that's what you want to do. But yeah, man, it was awesome. So Ken, you can do it. Brother said Mr. Grill. Yeah, Mr. Grill too. It's like a nice place. Now, Brother Rico, Brother Rico learned. He knows a lot about Santo Domingo too. When I first started going, Brother Rico would comment places. So that brother been on that too for a long time, man. I love Santo Domingo. That's why I'm about to start kicking it in like Santiago a lot more to do the same thing. So brother told me the other day, man, you the godfather of Santo Domingo. You thought bringing a lot of people there. And that's why that's why this whole video came up. The brother's like, hey, man, stop telling people to come to Santo Domingo. A lot of my videos on Santo. I was just telling people how happy I was in Santo Domingo. That's it. I wasn't trying to tell people to come there and do this or that. It just was something I never experienced before with women. Like our brother Petey was talking about the women in the United States. That's where I was at. And bro, I just made like my early 40s. I was having easy time dating women in their 40s, but something was wrong with them. Every woman I dated, something was wrong with them. Bro, a woman brought me to Al DeBarge's concert. This is crazy, bro. And me and her at Al DeBarge's concert, and she freaks out. She damn near about to suck his. You know what? Al DeBarge was singing, and listen, Al DeBarge, she go crazy. Bro, I'm with this chick. The chick was fine as hell too. She like, she ran to the stage and was touching on his pants. I'm like, I'm out. I'm with this chick. Now think about it. Al DeBarge. Now look, Al DeBarge is a gangster in the community. He's singing all this love is waiting for you. And he ain't the same Al DeBarge from the 80s. He like my drunk uncle. But she heard that voice and she about to get his cat a PJ while I'm with her. I'm like, I'm out. Bro, I'm like, I'm out. I lead a spot. So you dealing with stuff like that. And now I'm out, bro. I was out. I was gone. And and I noticed that every woman I met, at least I can't speak for all over the country, in Louisiana, we got pretty women. Apollo, you got Louisiana root. We got beautiful women, like Dominicans. But these chicks was crazy as hell. And I'm like, and I know y'all brothers from Florida. Same thing. Florida got some beautiful women. Now that's something I would ask all three of y'all cats being from Florida. people would ask, any cats would ask y'all brothers, why in the look, brother say she did that usher. Yeah, she did that usher. Like
Oh God.
Dude, listen, look. Let me tell you, you can look this up and you don't believe me, bro. Shantae Moore and Al DeBarge came to New Orleans. That's the concept. And look, she invited me. She was like, I got these tickets. You want to come? And she was begging me to come. I'm like, yeah, because I'm about to grease them cheeks. I'm like, okay. I didn't even want to hit them cheeks no more after that. She had going at, bro. She was on Al DeBarge. And he didn't even want it. He was like, we all did love is waiting for you. Chicken head, get back. My baby. Hey, get back. I love it. He was trying to push her away like that. And I was like, bro, that was so embarrassing to me that had happened. So I understand why cats do this. So let me ask y'all brothers from Florida. If somebody gonna say, well, damn, they from Florida. Florida got all the women. They got all the Latinas. Why y'all got to come to Latin America when you got all these women over there?
Hey, so I'll say this, Ronan, man. Like, I actually, this was like last year. Last year, I was at, I actually stay in Coral Springs. I stay in Coral Springs now, but I was at the mall, and I saw this chick in the mall, ran up to her. Well, I didn't run, but I walked up to her. I'm talking with her and stuff like that because she looked familiar, and we ended up exchanging numbers. And then she told me she was from Dominican Republic. She was just up here working, doing like little homemade stuff. I said, all right, I understand. And I told her, yo, sometimes I go to Dominican Republic since I'm on travel, like, and then she kind of started asking more questions. She asked more questions about, what I do down there and stuff like that. So when she started asking me questions, then I'm like, okay, so she know what goes on, right? So long story short, like I was down there I was in Santiago this past New Year's, and I met this guy at my Airbnb. We was upstairs at the pool chilling. He had a hookah and I had drinks, so we kind of combined everything. And he was like, "Yo, you and your girl, you want to go out in Santiago?" I'm like, "Yeah, So we went to this club in Santiago called Taboo, and I'm with my main girl. And then I walk in the club, and you ain't gonna believe I seen the girl who I met at the mall.
Wow.
In Santiago, and but she didn't see who I was with, but she seen me, right? You can't miss, a tall 6'3" black guy, right? I'm walking over everybody.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Because people they got tall people here and short people, but I see more shorter people here.
Yeah. She see me in the club Taboo, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me you was coming to Santiago." I'm like, "You didn't tell me you was coming either, right?" I'm not about to tell you my movements, but the crazy thing is, I say that to say that, us Florida people, we can still get these girls here, but the mentality is different, right? The mentality is always different, right?
Yeah.
So even in Miami has a high presence of Colombians, like, and I didn't even realize that until they had the soccer match up here with Argentina and Colombia.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a lot of Colombians.
Crazy, bro.
Wow.
That came out, right? They stay down there in Miami, Kendall area, but the mentality is different. Like once they get here, and especially if they're born over here, but their families from over there, the mentality is a little bit different.
Explain that deeper. Explain that deeper. Like, 'cause this is important.
It's more
westernized.
It's more Americanized, right? But at the same time, I will say this, right? The Latin affection is real. It don't matter if it's here or in Dominican Republic or Colombia. The Latin affection is the Latin affection. That's their culture, right?
Yeah.
But the mentality of I want this, I want that, I want the high end stuff. I want this. I want
Right.
that's the mentality of the women here, right? You
Yeah.
know, like, if you want a good looking model type girl, best believe she's gonna be expensive and she's gonna drain your
Wait.
pocket.
So look, wait. This is something I want to go into because a lot of brothers, especially in the travel space, a lot of cats, they floss a lot of women, but they usually working girls and all that. And they some say a baddie or whatever. Like, what's wrong with just having a regular beautiful woman? Like, because I find that at least here, regular women, like even here in the barrio I live in, there's so many just beautiful women here.
Yeah.
No makeup, their hair not done, they walk around with flip-flops on, but they'll make a typical baddie that we call in the United States, an Instagram model, fake all this stuff. A regular man will die for one of these women. Like, so why you think a lot of us in the travel space got to show prostitutes and say, hey, look how I'm living, I'm balling. They great. Like that, and this is Brother Kenny. Any one of y'all can answer it after that. Brother Ken, do you think that we are misrepresenting real dating in these countries by showing this situation?
I think it's the perception of how do you say, like, I'm gonna fake it till I make it type stuff, right? I'm gonna fake it, until for this moment I'm out here balling with these beautiful women, right? But when I go back home, I'm probably going back home to somebody that's not looking like, right?
Yeah,
somebody that's not looking like her, right?
Big Shirley.
But
yeah, they going home to Big Shirley now.
But we also in the area of social media,
yeah.
right? So everybody making these videos, everybody doing this, everybody doing that. Like, but to me, I don't think it's a matter of showing off, and I think that's one of the qualities that some of the women that I have, that they gravitate towards me, right?
Yeah.
I'm not showing off anything, right? Like, you better be lucky that you next to me, right? Because
Well, because you think that you put that out there to the universe, and I think men should, but a lot of men, like, look, a lot of us on this panel, we know how to move, whatever.
Right.
But there's some men who don't have dads. They don't understand. Like, you carry yourself. You say, hey, man, you said, hey, I'm a tall guy, I look good, whatever. And that kind of energy will make a woman be attracted to you wherever you at. That's what cats don't realize, that if you carry yourself like that. Look, I remember seeing a white dude before. Let me tell you, I was doing bad. I worked at Home Depot, and there was a white dude, bro. He was dressed like fucking Power. This dude had on like Sinbad boots. Let me tell you something. He had one of the baddest women I have ever seen in my life. He was a swashbuckler. You know what I'm saying? He had like, this cat came, and every time I saw him, he was with a baddie. And one dude told me, this dude rich, he just dressed like a pirate. And all the women was with him, but he carried himself like that. And the women just knew it. The women was attracted to him. And like, a lot of guys don't realize they power. So you said something that make a lot of sense. Our power. And I think once you start traveling, at least with me, when I did go back to the United States, I was a different person. I had been baptized in, well, you could say coochie or whatever. I just came back as a new creature. When I was in the United States, I feel like regular women were more attracted to me. I could be wrong. But Brother Ken, did you feel that when you came back to the United States from dealing with women in foreign countries? Do you think women were more attracted to you, or did you raise your standards? What you think happened?
So I think with me, man, I think, I'm not the most best looking guy in the world, but I'm not the ugliest, right? I think my mentality that I have is any man can get any woman at any given time. It's just a matter of your approach and how you go about it, But my mentality changed because of I see how certain women treat me outside of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And when I say treat me, I mean like if I'm catering to a person, I'm doing it out of the kindness, right? But some women catering comes natural, right? And I think it makes you more attentive to them. It makes you more it makes you gravitate towards that type of energy, right? So I gravitate towards that type of energy, whether I'm in the States or whether I'm abroad, but my perception of dating changed because I felt like, I'm out here settling for this shit when I could be gaining a lot more of this other shit, right? That's something for me that kind of stuck, and I use that to my advantage, every single time, right? Like I use that if I'm in DR, I used it a couple times in Colombia, like just like talking to people, and I tell people all the time, like that question game, that's not conversation. You just asking questions. Right? Are you conversating with them? Are you connecting with them, at a certain level, right? Because one, you got to realize, especially if you don't know Spanish, then there's already a communication barrier, right?
Yeah.
So how do you understand the person, right? And most of
and that's true. Man, you just said something that make a lot of sense. The brother was like, I heard in Santo Domingo they play games like in Santo Domingo, I met the best women I ever had. Like, besides the woman I got here. I have met like some solid chicks in Santo Domingo, but I also I'll tell you guys the truth from the moment I made a channel. The first woman I met in Santo Domingo name was Nicole. She was regular. The second one was Dirty Diana. She was a mango. From the first steps, Dirty Diana. Oh, that's the first step. So, but like you said, at the time when I first came, the only words I knew in Spanish was hola. That's it. I didn't even know any Spanish at all. I didn't know any Spanish. But as I try, and one thing about here in the DR, especially in Santo Domingo now, you got more people learning Spanish, more people trying to learn. If you try to present yourself as trying to learn, I find that people, even here in the barrio I live in here, I can speak good enough where I talk to them. I speak a mean Spanglish. I speak a mean ass Spanglish, big dog. I can hold I can hold a mean Spanglish conversation, and the people was okay. In Santo Domingo, I found that the women, when they saw me trying, they would try, and most people won't practice English with you. When I start trying to talk English with them, they would try it too, and they would do things. I find that people didn't play games. Is certain women that play games, just like the United States. There's a certain group of women in the United States that just play games, and you will find out when you come to the DR, there's women play games, and you just get away from them. Bro, I met a chick named Keisha, right? And this chick lied so much, but I already know the game because I've been experiencing it. Oh, I'm a regular girl. I know I'm not a working girl, but her pictures, she in bathing suits. In resorts and Airbnbs, they can't afford that every day. How you got 200 pictures of you bending over in front of a pool and you telling me you a regular woman can't do that? So you have to be a fool to sit there and put that to the back, or you a cat that say, "Hey, I don't clap the cheeks." So both of them are all right, but don't fool yourself as a man and say, "Hey, I'm gonna wife her up," and think that's gonna be any different because the first time you don't give her no money, she going back to her old life. That's just real talk.
But you know what? Not to, call that brother out who asked that question, but at the same time, I feel like, if you try to categorize, Dominican women for playing games, it's all women, right? It's all women. Any woman I know, they're gonna try to take their chances where they can get them.
Yeah, they try to shit test you. They test you. All that.
They see an opening. If they see an opening, they're gonna try you.
Yeah,
right? They're gonna see if you're gonna take the bait, right? But it's when you have to show them that not only are you masculine, but you're not going to get one over on me Like that's why, you know, if you go to the DR and you know how to move, then going to Colombia or going to Brazil, it's the same thing. Like you pretty much know how to move, right? So, you know, when these Colombian girls come up to you, you know, all that papacito and all this blah blah blah. All right, that's cool. Cool, but you know, let's talk for real now. Like, you know, let's talk for real.
So you think DR get you ready? You think that DR? I heard a lot of people say Sosua the first place you come. Sosua get you ready for other places or anywhere DR. So you think that comes with a certain amount of fact?
I can definitely agree to that. Yeah, to that statement. Like, especially if you just wanna compare Sosua to the most a similar area in Colombia, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you
want Cartagena, shout out to Cartagena,
right? Because I was at La Playa Hollywood when I went to Cartagena, and it was the same type of vibes that's in Sosua, right? You know, when you walking outside of Roomba, like that beach area is just like that, but it's just on the beach. Like all the people got this big ass smile on their face. All these girls walking around, they working. You know, they trying to find the next, next buck. Like, I understand that. You know, the guys who I was with, they understand that. But you got some of these guys who came for the first time that they experiencing this stuff. That it's like what they say, the Christopher Columbus. You know, they now discovering this whole new traveling life. But in reality, man, like it's all the same.
You want to ask you this, and then we're gonna go around the board with different things. But I want to ask you this because you just coming from there, it's fresh from you. Like, what's wrong with men just coming to? Because I hear a lot of people say, "Well, Sosua dead or Cartagena dead." What's wrong with brothers just coming to experience Cartagena? You were there for the first time. You linked up with OJ and them. Shout out to OJ and them. And you come in there. What's wrong with a brother just coming just soil his royal oats, having a good time? What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, in my eyes, there's nothing wrong with that. I think the people or the men or women who have an issue with that is probably because they're not in the position to do it. Right?
Okay, so, that's real.
You know, they're not in the position to do it, or they're afraid to do it. But anybody that's traveling, anybody that got a passport, anybody that's getting on planes, anybody that's enjoying life, man, I like to see that. I applaud that. Like, live your life, man, because like when it's all over, it's over. Like you ain't taking nothing with you. You ain't taking this platform. You ain't taking no speakers. You ain't taking no money with you. You ain't taking nothing.
Dude, my father just died, and like my father died last year, and his dad on the same day. You're 100% right. So I tell dudes, like, one thing I tell men: live your life like it's your end. Like, the average man in America dies between 60-something and 70-something. Like, we die, like, and so I tell men, especially us dudes in our 40s and 50s, have your fun, do whatever you need to do. Chris Sosua is awesome right now. I'm here right now, and I'm seeing men right now having the best times of their life. I'm seeing dudes enjoying their life right now. But we're gonna go around the board before we get all look. Sergeant Sosua, look, when you see you talking about Sosua, Sarge in the building right now. Sarge, man, shout out to you, man. Look, make sure y'all follow Brother Sarge's channel. Sarge had an event here for the military veterans. Sarge is a solid guy. Him and Brother John, these dudes are representing for the military brothers. Sosua is awesome. It's safe and it's jump. So that's one thing. Like, Sarge brings up something really good about Sosua that outshines Santo Domingo and a lot of places on the island. Sosua is very safe. Like Sosua, if there's like, you know, they talk about walking around with jury a lot. Even in my barrio, like, the people know me, so I can walk around a little bit. But this is a real chain. You'll get killed for this in many places in this, even in this country in Santo Domingo. When I'm in Santo Domingo, bro, I walk around with this bead on. That's this. I walk around with it. I got a wooden whole chain like a Buddhist monk. I walk around with that. This is how I move, man. But like Sarge, look, Sarge, man, if you out tomorrow, man, let's definitely get together, man. Let's get together. I'm telling you guys, man, Sosua is awesome and it's changing brothers' lives. Santo Domingo is awesome and it changed brothers' lives. So I just tell brothers like this. This is my difference between the two places because unfortunately, brothers don't realize this. There's like and Kobe, I'm glad you was on here tonight. You talked about it. The mangoes in Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo got a lot of mangoes too. I tell you, other mangoes travel. Like there's a lot of working girls in these places that don't want you. They just want your money. You can clap cheeks and go ahead, and that's good. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that type of lifestyle. I don't mind it. The only difference between Pedro Casante, and I gotta say Pedro Casante because Pedro Casante don't represent Sosua Bajo and Los Chalamicos and other places that's in this area. There's Sosua is Sosua, and you can forge real relationships with chicks who you kicking it with, but you know the deal. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, look, this would get me with dudes from America. You'll be dealing with a woman been cheating on you for 10 years in America, and you come here and fall to pieces with a woman because she's dealing with another American, and you find out, man, go sit down somewhere. Man, like that is crazy. So we're gonna make it back around the board. So brother Kobe, then we'll go to brother P, then we go to my brother Justice. So brother Kobe, man, like being like you dealt with a lot of Colombian women, and you've been there in Colombia. A lot of people talking about Colombia right now getting robbed. Like you haven't had any bad situations happen to you in Colombia. So what are you think that we doing wrong when we come to Colombia? I want to ask Big Gaines this.
I think Big Gaines talked about it earlier or the other day, but just how brothers are moving. I think they just go over there and it's just new, you know. It's like kids in a candy store. Like they don't know, or they haven't had an experience where they have so much accessible to them. Specifically, the type of let's say the women they like, you know. And they just don't they don't necessarily communicate with us. Like let's say watch Unc Jay's channel, right? They have guys that have been out there that live there that they can connect with. And for some reason, brother just go out there and just wild out because they think they're in Miami. Although in certain places in Miami, as Ken would know, you can't just act how you want to act too, because you know, things can happen as well.
Well, why? Look, let me ask you something. So you brought up Unc Jay, and shout out to Unc Jay channel. He got a good channel. Make sure y'all guys subscribe to it. Unc Jay even brought this up, and we're gonna touch on it. Why you think men like? And this shout out to Unc Jay. Why you think that the men are not watching the channel like Unc Jay? You think that, like, I know he did a good video, man. I thought it was a good video. He was in white water rafting. Do you think ninjas just don't want to see white water raft? They only want to see white water cheeks? What? I know this is an honest question. That ninjas just want to see cheeks. We don't want to see white water rafting. Is it that? And you're a content creator too.
I think it is a combination of that. You know, I think these brothers starving.
I had to play it. Look, let me tell you. Now,
yeah, that brother's starving.
Look, let me tell you. I still got the guy, a representative from YouTube, and he told me kind of the same thing. This is YouTube advice. And I was telling him, and look, I listened to the guy. My channel's growing because of this guy telling me. And he was saying that a lot, if you're into the urban space or you're urban, you're in the urban space, we like certain things. And I was like, he said, how you start something is how you got to kind of ride with it. So started a channel in the male type verse, you got to stay in there. You just can't go outside. Now, let me answer why I think, and I don't think it has anything to do with Unc Jay channel. I will tell you what I think a lot of it is in the travel space. Myself, from me experiencing something, I think if you start something, you stay in that area. But I also think that right now AI is killing the travel space. And let me give you an example. bro, you can go right now, type in travel on YouTube, and 99% of videos are AI. Bro, you will see something and think it is right. Bro, I even had to flag a channel. They were taking my content of me walking around Santo Domingo, and there was an AI voice talking on it. I'm like, what in the hell type of stuff? I'm telling you, it took my content and just had, look, the video I shot a video in Zona Colonial, me walking, and it was one of the videos that I'm talking about how it is meeting a Dominican family for the first time. An AI voice on top of it. Have you ever been to Santo Domingo? I'm like, what the hell? That's my kind. So this is what's killing the travel space right now. You got crash out content. No, look, crash out content is affecting it. It really is. And look, this is something that we got to take credit for too in the black space. People don't want to do this. They don't want to say. They say, oh, YouTube is racist. But when you go on a lot of black content creators right now, what are they doing? They arguing, they fighting. On this panel, none of us fought at all. We didn't come. Bro, go on a lot of these travel spaces right now. You bitch ass nigga, I'll whoop you. I'll fight you tomorrow. But tell me I'm lying. You go on these spaces. I'm like, these dudes are in their 40s. And they wondering why people are tuning off from that. Bro, you dudes are old. Why you talking about fight you? We supposed to be leaving America to get away from that stuff. When I see dudes, I'm happy to see them. Bro, look, I hang out with white, black, everybody, every day. This is not, look, every day I hang out with people, and I'm glad to see them, especially if I hear cats speak English. Bro, when I speak, I don't care what color you, look, bro, I was just on a bus, and I was on one of the Caribbean tour bus. Dude spoke English. I got up and went way in the back. Like, this is my card. Like, hey, bro, what's up? And me and him start talking, and we had some of the best conversation. And guess what? He was from England. He was like, hip, hip, cheerio. But me and this cat was talking about all kinds of, like, that's how we got to be as men. We just stick together. But dudes, everybody want to floss out. They want to do, and like, shout out to Apollo. He's like, on Jay puts on great wholesome content. Many people in traffic. Hey, bro, that's real. A lot of cats only want to talk about certain stuff. Even me, bro. Like, look, when I first started this channel, I'm walking through the Agora Mall filming it, and this would make, and look, but I gotta give the dudes credit. This made my channel blow up. I'm just showing the travel space. I'm not saying anything. In the comments, know what they say? How the women treating you in Santo Domingo? Like, hey, bro, they treat me good. And but look, I had to embrace who I really am. This is the real me. I clap cheeks. I'm a real, this is who I am. So I don't know if that's who on Jay. I can't speak for other people, but this is who I really am. This is me. I'm cool. I'm gonna get with chicks. I'm cool. This is who I am, but that's not everybody. So the reason why my channel started growing, because people say, damn, I rock with Roland. That's how I am. And they started growing and growing because of that, because I just was myself. I didn't try to be anybody else. I don't be Sarge to tell you, I told Sarge, hey man, stick to who you are and grow from there. And that's why Sarge is growing. He's Sergeant Sasua. This is the person. On Jay is on Jay. All the people who've been around me are themselves. And I tell guys, just be yourself. Don't be me. Don't be nobody else. If you be yourself in YouTube, guess what's going to happen? You start going up, 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 up. And that's all you got to do is be yourself. Don't be nobody else. Look, let me say this. I love TaylorMade Dream. I know y'all guys know TaylorMade Dreams. I was like, boy, I love TaylorMade Dream dropping the game. I said, boy, I'm going to be TaylorMade Dream to Santo Domingo. Wrong. He said he's TaylorMade Dream. I was nothing like him. I was only me. When I start talking about Santo Domingo, I was me. I was nothing like TaylorMade Dream. So that's how I tell cats that they have to beat. That's how they win. But let me hear my brother Justice. I haven't heard. Then we'll go to my brother Petey. Brother Justice, you in the building? How you doing, brother? I don't know if he's still there. Brother got the helmet. I don't know who. Well, brother Peter, you go ahead. Look, shout out to my brother Sergeant Sasua with the $19 band up. Sarge, I'll be on the set tomorrow, man. If you come out, I don't like bothering, so I know Sarge deal with so much stuff, man. Look, Make sure anybody that's here right now, anybody that's on the stream, we still got 150 people. Look, we got over almost 1,900 people have watched this stream. A lot of people. So you hit the like button on the stream and make sure you go follow Sergeant Sasua. Man, a lot of people watch the stream. Make sure you guys follow my brother Kobe channel. My brother Petey, I don't know if you have a channel or not, but look, this is crazy. I'm always saying that I'm going to only be on here. I had no idea. Let me tell you, brother, something. I love you guys. I was only gonna come on here I said, man, I'm gonna jump on for a few minutes, holler at the brotherhood and get off. Just because the brothers want me to get on Saturday. I couldn't get on. I said I'm gonna get on, but the brothers showed up, man. So I appreciate it. We're almost at 2,000 people already, man. Like, all right, the brother, yeah, man. Look, yeah, brother. Let me get up with you tomorrow. I'll be at Flips tomorrow, brother. I will be glad to see you, man. I haven't seen you, brothers. Let me tell y'all something about Sergeant Sasua, man. Sergeant Sasua is a real dude. So any brother who always asks me about Sergeant, military cats, I say, man, look, you link up with Sergeant Sasua. Sergeant Sasua is a real dude. You watch his channel, solid guy. And look, even dudes who don't even know that I know Sarge have got with me. I was with a guy the other day on the beach, and he's telling me about Sarge. Don't know that Sarge is my boy. He's like, man, yeah, I was with Sarge, I'm a good guy. Like, I was with Sarge and John. I'm like, yeah, that's my dudes. Those are a good guy. Sarge's a good one, man. Shout out to Sarge. But look, let me say this, man, before we go around. Brother Petey, you got the floor again, my brother. Look, I've had 3 people cash at me say you a Mexican. I don't know, brother. You really a Mexican, big dog? But hold on, brother. It must be California. Now look, Sarge from my Cali too. Unmute yourself, brother.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no. 100% Greek, pero hablo español con un mexicano, ya tú sabes. Órale, pues.
Okay, brother. So you are not okay,
real
brother.
Mexican.
Not Mexican at all, but I get down with the Mexicans though.
Yeah, and look, so you say you know Sarge and them pretty good too, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought you said you knew Sarge.
Oh no, I just know Sarge from the show. I've seen him on the show. Jay, Miguel, all you guys, Avery. I've been watching you for a while, but no, I don't know him personally. No.
Okay. Well, but you got to link up with them guys when you come, like especially when you come to Sasua, you link up with Sarge and me. When you go to Colombia, you can link up with Jay and Miguel.
Jay and Miguel, yeah.
Yeah, you link up with them guys, and that's what we supposed to do. Because like our brother Ken, he went over there, linked up with Jay, and that's what this brotherhood is all about.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting out with all you cats. I missed each other a couple of times when I was there, but definitely the next time I plan to come back in either mid to late August or September. So.
Oh man, it will be like, look, we talking about Mexico, but Mexico, a company right now want to pay me, and this YouTube talk. A company want to pay me $2,600 right now to come to a Mexican villa and do a video. So this is the power of YouTube. They wanted me to come coming up soon, early like the early July or late June or whatever. We negotiate now. This is the power of YouTube that we have, because we as traveling men, look, corporations have been bowing to women forever because women, like, they have the money, they do things, but now corporations seeing that, okay, we got content creators that catering just to men, and they're telling the men to go to these countries, go to Colombia, DR, whatever. Let's get them to come to Mexico. Let's get them to come here. So when you get a big enough following, something strange happened when I got to like 22,000 subscribers. When I hit 22,000, it went crazy. Everybody start coming, hey man, we want you to do this, we want you to do this. And the people, that's what started happening, man. Yeah, shout out to Jay, man, touching down in your backyard in August. Vets in Paradise. That's what's up. So Sarge, that's what's up, man. That's how we gonna do it. And look, we need to do this more. Like, we need to do this more. Like, Jay got an event coming up on the 4th. I forgot about
July 4th. July 4th. He told me about it.
July 4th. So any of you guys that can make it, I want to go too. But the company gonna pay me $2,600. I'm going there first. Then I'll go deal with OJ and them, because a lot of money. But I'll go deal with OJ and them after that. But anybody, I tell any of you guys to make sure that you go there and support the brotherhood. And any of you guys who got events coming, like I was talking about this earlier, Flip got an event. I'm gonna see Flip tomorrow, and maybe we do something before he leave, where we can talk about it. He's going, and I'm gonna probably join him on a few of the places that he's going to be in. Flip gonna go to a couple places here in DR. I'm about to hit a lot of places, and that's something we could do. Look, that's something we really need to do as men. Brother Petey, all of us, we might need to all get together and meet up in certain cities. Let's do DR, Columbia, whatever. Let's all meet up as men together and do this. So, Brother Petey, when you say that you're coming back, I'll make sure I meet up with you, Brother Petey.
Yeah, for sure. I plan the beginning of September, like right after Labor Day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I plan to be. I'm gonna try to stay longer this time, maybe about 3 weeks or so. So yeah, definitely, man, that would be great. I would love it. I've been looking forward to meeting up with you guys in person.
Man, that'll be awesome. So let me ask you this before we end, and this is like a dating question. So you say you in like Pensacola? I love Pensacola, right? Love Pensacola. So you're in Pensacola right now. So you think that it's just that women are still delusional, that they don't want to? So you think that women just don't want us regular men? And I say us. I'm the regular man.
Yeah, the American mentality. Yeah, they're delusional. Yeah, we have these discussions. I'm a barber, so we have these discussions in the shop all the time. Their expectations are just unrealistic. And it's always gimme. What can you do for me? We're never happy. You can never do enough. And so I'm at the point like kind of what y'all touched on. It's like after going to the DR and stuff, I come back here, I'm like, I don't even want to say hello to them. It's like I tell people over there in the DR, even worst case scenario, you're still winning. I mean, you're paying less. You got a girl, she's cooking for you, she's cleaning. You can eat off the floor in a Dominican woman's house. It's that clean. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on, bro. You dropping them facts. Listen, wait. I gotta give you this. Let me tell you something. I live. I gotta catch, bro. You get on something. I'm living it with a Dominican woman now. You can eat off the floor in my house. So you you saying something that we don't talk about. I even don't talk about this a lot. My woman, from the time she gets up in the morning, our house is spotless. The only person dirty of stuff in this house is me.
Yeah.
I walk around touching it. Let me tell you, this house is spotless. So even when you think you're losing, you're still winning here. So
still winning.
This is a real talk I want to ask you. What about your culture? And I know we echo on a little bit in like Greece. Like, what about going to Greece? I want to know this.
It's funny that you brought that up. I have been to Greece, not a ton, but I have been a few times. I speak Greek. I speak better Spanish. I can read and write Spanish. My Spanish is way better. I get more practice with the Spanish also. Yeah, I've been over there. My mom, she's like, why don't you come over? You can meet. And I have never vibed with it like that. Even like growing up in DC, one of the things I loved about DC was it was like one of the most culturally diverse places you could grow up in. Probably similar, pick a culture, pick a nationality. I had a friend, you had a restaurant, you had everything was there. So like, actually, I never really kind of vibed with like the traditional Greeks. I more had my, Black, Mexican, Asian, a whole diverse group that was my vibe, And I've always been partial to the Latin culture. I grew up you asked how I got good at Spanish. I took it 6 years in school, but also my friends, a lot of them Hispanic. I worked as a chef for 20 years, so that's a lot of Hispanics in the kitchen. I was a chef in a kitchen where no one spoke English. So, I've always been partial to the women, their look, their body type, their caramel complexion, all that. Like,
oh yeah, brother, you talking? Hey, look,
he ain't lying.
Look, let me tell you something, brother Peter. You dropping the facts, and the brothers agreeing with you. So let me tell you. Oh, the brothers say, shout out to my brother Andy. Say, what's up? Yesterday, the U.S. put a level 4 threat on Venezuela and Colombia. Man, Colombia? Wait, I don't know about Colombia. I know Venezuela, baby. Is this true? Because look, I don't have it. Like, I have a TV in the room, but I don't watch it. So when I'm in here, maybe one of y'all brothers who got a TV, can y'all say Colombia? I know Venezuela, and they say American women. American women don't want a man named Wisconsin. Yeah, I agree with that. Shout out to brother Carl. He said his Spanish is perfect. And your Spanish is perfect. You win it.
I got a good topic for you on the Spanish note. It's kind of funny. I was kind of dealing with that the last trip. So it would make an interesting topic of discussion, and some of the other fellas maybe could address this. So I'm pretty fluent. Like I said, if I start talking, I can hold my own pretty well, right? And people will be like, "Are you some type of like y'all thinking, Spanish?" So I'm really become like he's like family. The owner of the Airbnb I always stay at. He's from the DR.
Brother just told me. Look, brother say, I just told him you ain't no Spanish guy. He said, "They say you Spanish, big dog."
Hey, and it's funny. So he was saying, like, I kept thinking, Petey, like, you're missing something you're missing with like taking it to the next level as far as like finding like a solid girl, And then he's like, he finally figured it out because he had a dude over, and he said he kept bringing chicks over, and they were playing games, hanging out. He said he knew the guy was Dominican, but he didn't know he spoke Spanish. So he was saying one day, all of a sudden, the guy started speaking Spanish to him. And he's like, oh, you speak Spanish, they're talking. He said, yeah, but when I'm here, I don't like them to know that I speak Spanish. So if you're doing business or dealing with like a cabbie or something, then yeah, speak Spanish. But he was saying the girls actually being American, they want that experience. They want that and he was saying how like because when I speak Spanish, he's like, you blend in over there, even though they know you're not from there. You can tell like I'm not Dominican, but he's like, you speak so well that like you blend in, and they want an American guy. So you not like it doesn't register to them. And then they think you kind of like, they call you a tigre, like a tiger. Like they like to have that control over you and kind of like that bonding where y'all are they're helping you with the English and you're helping you with the Spanish. So sometimes it can actually so I've had to dial it back over there because he's like, bro, you're blending in too well. And it is kind of interesting. It's like reverse psychology. So y'all, when you come with the Spanglish, like you said, and I seen because my best friend, my homie, when we went, he spoke no English. Man, this chick, she's feeding them. They're texting, they're laughing. I mean, I had a great time, don't get me wrong, but like you could see where like they were creating this bond, So it's just an interesting like little something with regards to like being too good at the Spanish. Right place, right time, I guess. But it was an interesting little discussion that we had. He's like, stop speaking Spanish everywhere you go because they just think of you as a Dominican, but they want an American. So it was just interesting.
And let me say this too. I know Dominicans that look like there's a misnomer that all think a certain way. I tell people there's Dominicans look all kind of ways. I've talked to a guy. I remember me and my girls at a restaurant, and the guy was playing the piano. He was jet black. I thought he was a Haitian. I'm like, my Haitian brother, you play so good. He like, Haitian, not from Dominican. He's like, I'm not from Dominican Republic. I'm like, I'm from this. So you have these things in our head from America. So I stopped doing that. I know Dominicans that look all kind of ways from. So people say, "Well, this is what Dominican look like." I'm like, from what part? Because Dominicans look all kind of. I've saw Haitians look all kind of ways. So I kind of abandon our American views on a lot of different things. Sarge said the best. So Sarge, the more Spanish you know, the better experience you get, at least in the suit. Yeah, I agree with that.
And I agree with you as far as like skin tone and all that. I just meant like the vibe. Like you can tell I'm American. Like I didn't mean because like you said, I got Dominican friends that are as light as me and darker. I just meant like when you see me, you can tell like you said earlier, the way you walk, your clothes, your swag, that they know like this dude's not Dominican. You know what I mean? That's all I meant by that. But but I hear you.
I feel you on that, and I'm glad you're on this panel today because it's good to do that. Because look, I swear, brothers gonna be saying, "Now that dude was a Mexican." They're gonna be saying he's a Mexican. I know the brothers gonna be saying you was a Mexican. Maybe it's your bitch. Like you got that. Like look, Sarge from the area too. Y'all California cats, man. Y'all got. Do you wear Dickies? I
got Dickies on right now.
I know, brother. I
got Dickies on right now. You know what I mean?
See, that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah,
brother. You got that LA, brother. You got that LA look. You got that. Man. Shout out to California. You got look. That's what I love. Look, that's one thing I love about having a channel is that you meet like so many different people. Like I meet so many different dudes every day from around the world. Like I just showed y'all India. But look, let me show it again. Look, my biggest demographic after the United States is India.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so that tells you a lot about this movement that we have. But boy, we about to hit 4 hours. I usually stop by now. We'll be able to stop it in a sec. But I want to ask you one more question. But we echoing for some kind of reason. Let me see. Let me ask y'all brothers this. For men looking for real relationships, from which y'all know, I want to go around the board. What city should brothers come to around the world? It don't have to be DR. But what city should men go to looking for real relationship? Ken, we're gonna start with you. We go to Kobe. We'll go to my brother Petey. Any of you brothers in the comment, like I think it's not about the most beautiful woman that you met. And look, and I'll tell guys this: Susu is bigger than Pedro Casante. It's giant. Puerto Plata is giant. My old lady from the Puerto Plata area. It's what it is. So, and she one of the best women I've ever had. Look at Sarge say, not the suit. So, brother, it's not the Sarge. So, brother Ken, what area of a brother looking for a real old lady? Where should they go?
All right, this is what I say, man. Like the first thing that I would say is don't look for a relationship. Like just enjoy yourself.
You like me.
Like, let everything just come to you. If you're not living in those countries, or if you don't plan on coming to those countries, at least once a month or staying a few weeks. If you just a weekend warrior, or you coming 6 months out of a year or every 5 years. I mean, don't look for no relationship.
He ain't lying.
Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time, catch a vibe, meet some good brothers, eat some good food, clap cheeks, just enjoy yourself, man. Like eventually you'll find what you're looking for, right? You'll find what you're looking for, whether it's in the States, whether it's overseas. Like, don't limit yourself, but don't just go out there looking, being thirsty, man. Just enjoy life, man. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment.
Ken, you're saying the same thing that I say. Shout out to callers. He said, okay, but even in Dubai, the women aren't as delusional as in the US. I think women are very delusional. Look, let me tell you something. There's delusional women here because a lot of dudes pillow talk and they give. And look, and I understand brothers thirsty. They come here, and you'll be surprised, dude. I have had dudes reach out to me that's in my groups or I met through things, and they be like, "Hey, man, do you know this chick?" This done happened to me so many times. Dudes will come to me and say, "This happened to me recently in my I got a private chat. Any of you brothers want to join my private chat? Let me know. Join my Facebook group. I have a private chat, but I had a guy in my private chat, and even in my Facebook group, we got a thing. Do you know this chica? A dude sent me a chick in Santo Domingo, and he said, Rona, you know this girl?" And I told him, "Hey, bro, I know her. She's okay, but don't take it too serious." That's real talk. Her name was Brandy. I'm being real with her. I say, "Look, man, Brandy's a wild one. A lot of cats, you know. I've dealt with her a lot. Hey, but you ain't trying to wipe her up, right?" He said, "Nah, man, you think I ain't trying to wipe no woman like that up?" I'm like, "All right." He like, "I ain't worried about that." No. He started doing like rap gestures. "I ain't worried about that." I'm like, "All right, brother, that's good." So I left it alone. Brother, you know this ninja went within 3 days. I sent him a picture of me and her sitting on the couch. It wasn't me smashing or no nothing. Just me and her sitting on the couch. I said, "Bro, this chick. She cool." He's sitting there and sent Brandy all this stuff, and she was like, why you hating on me?" I'm like, "I'm not hating." I'm like, "Damn, bro, why? I just told you not to take that serious." He had fell in love with the chick that fast. So, but Ken, what you just said, and then Apollo's agreeing with that these dudes just like, if you're not coming for long, you're not gonna be your weekend warrior. Just have your fun. Look, you can look at all my videos and what I tell dudes, whether they're Santo Domingo or the suit. Just come have your fun. Have your fun. And eventually, I have countless videos, over 400. And I'm telling you, have your fun. Eventually, you'll meet somebody solid. But for some reason, and I see this not with my Indian brothers, not with my Greek Mexican brothers like on here, but I see this with my, shout out to my Greek Mexican brothers. But I see this a lot with us, like us black guys. I think a lot of us got the tender pencils. We pillow talk a lot. We will, like, look, you can get with a guy like Sarge Sasua in the game. He gonna tell you the truth about everything. Like, I have never seen a man in Sasua know more women than Sarge Sasua. I'll be real with you. I walk with Sarge Sasua. I thought I knew some chicks. Sarge Sasua knows some women. And we walk around, woman give Sarge a hug. Sarge Sasua knows some women. But he never disrespect them. He carry himself a certain way. He never disrespect nobody. And that's part of the reason why the brother has gained fame like that in this country. The brother carries himself right, respectable. He treat the women right. So if a brother like that's telling you, "Hey, man, she cool, but no," why wouldn't you listen to stuff like that? Or you talking to a brother like me who been in Santo Domingo for years? Look how look. Let me show y'all guys this again. Look, I don't know y'all saw this. This way back in the day. This is me. Look, I got the first passport brochure probably ever invented. I made it myself. This is in February 20. Look at this. Cheeks. Look, that's what I'm with. I'm with it. Look, I showed this. I was throwing that out there to the crowd. Like, I still talk to this thing sometimes. I think it's crazy. Look, I said, had a good time in my second home, Santo Domingo. This was in February 2022. Look at this shirt I got on, representing the squad, the Passport Bros. I was representing the squad back in the days. Why clap? Boy, them cheeks. Boy, look at this Pocahontas right here. Boy, I was oh snap. Had a good time with that. But so if you could hear a person like me, you, all of us guys who've been there, why do you think cats don't listen to those situations that we're telling them what to do? Don't come there and fall in love. You will eventually meet somebody. So, Brother Ken, why do you think cats are not listening to that?
Because they come and they are like amazed by a chick with a fat ass, a cute face, and then that's it, right? I tell some of the guys who will travel to DR with me. I tell them all the time, man, like, yo, you got to stop being female. You gotta being dependent on a female. Like, you always have to be around a female because they can sense that, right? They can sense that and they feed off that, right? It's good getting that, that girlfriend treatment and everything like that. But at the end of the day, man, like, look, you gotta, I can't speak for everybody, but I know
Yeah.
the women that I deal with. I mean, I let them know, like, yo, when it, like, it's to the point where if I spend so much time with you, now I'm tired of you now. Like now, like give me some space.
Oh man, wait, you hit something, man. Listen,
right? Like give me some space.
Stranglehold, I call it.
Yeah, like I had to kick a few girls. I mean, I had to take a few girls home and come back and get them later. Like I'm like, yo, I need time. I need time to debrief. Like maybe I want to go to Sasua. Maybe I want to go to Flip, have a beer or something like that. Maybe I want to kick it by myself a little bit. Like, and it's just something about that. It's something about that they, they look at that and they like, oh damn, like he just took me home, and then I'm gonna come back and get you, right? So my perception and what another guy may do is two different things. But I do encourage guys to listen to the knowledge and listen to the game that's being dropped in these groups, man, because it's the game is free, and you don't have to pay for it, right? You just gotta be willing to listen and open your ears, man. Like it don't matter if you old or young or a new traveler or experienced traveler. Like listen, man. That's why I say that's why when I went to Colombia, I'm like, yo, like I can talk to any of these girls, and I can walk away and I'm not being falling in love with nobody, like because I know why I'm there. Right, I know why I'm there.
Yeah. You can't. So let me ask you this too before we go on. Like, shout out to Brother Carl. He said that culture is huge, and like, let me tell you, man, in Santo Domingo, I saw so many. I saw this recently in actually Sosúa. I saw a Lamborghini ride. I was like, boy, he about to mess that car up. The roads. But look, in Santo Domingo, I see this a lot. Especially like when you're in that city central, Piantini. I don't know if that's Roshi and them rappers. But I see Lambos, Ferraris. You see a lot of stuff, man. You see a lot of different things. But the brother say, "What's your favorite restaurants?" I'm a creature of habit in the DR. Like, there's probably places way better than this. But when I'm in Santo Domingo, bro, I go to Adrian Tropical. Like, I go to the places that I've been to. Like, I was telling y'all, like, a chick bought me the Don's in Santo Domingo. It's very expensive, but the food was good. Don's, MG Kitchen, Agent Tropical. It's so many little places that we went to. I went to a place called Samurai, and it was like a hookah / bar. It was cool. Like Santo Domingo, one thing I get Santo Domingo about, and I'm about to show y'all guys Santiago this weekend. I'm gonna go to a lot of restaurants. I'm gonna show y'all guys the best places to go at because I want brothers to spread out. I'm tired of people dissing Sosúa. Sosúa is awesome, but if you don't like it, go somewhere else. Like Sosúa is I like it. Depends on how you look at everything. Sosúa to me is just a bridge. Puerto Plata's right there. If you don't want to go to Sosúa, I say go to Puerto Plata. Puerto Plata, cool place. It's a nice place to go to. You don't want to go to Santo Domingo, go here. So I'm going to take it on my back, and I see Flip doing the same thing. We're going to spread the word. Like I'm gonna be in La Vega coming up. I'm gonna hit La Vega too. I'm gonna stay in La Vega a whole month. But now. And I'm gonna just go show y'all guys the greatness of this country. And I think that'll help our channels grow even more because I think that the algorithm is changing and men are changing. Okay, we know about the red light zone. Show us more. And that's how my channel blew up. I'm telling y'all, because I didn't land in Sosúa first, I landed in Santo Domingo. It made my channel grow. And then we backtracking to it. And I'm showing both sides. And anybody know me, I've never dissed Sosúa because I think it's one of the best places in the DR, like I think Santo Domingo is. But I want us to show everything. Look, the brother say, shout out to Sword. No Sosúa slander. Flip doing island. Look, I'm gonna be on some of them tours with Flip, and we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. But I'm about to do a whole village tour, and maybe we could, man, maybe we gotta examine and collaborate, all of us, man. I've been looking forward to doing something in every city to show people because when I went to La Vega, I couldn't believe how pretty the women was. I just couldn't believe that. Like so, but nobody's talking about that. So I think that we need to do that more. And I'm glad that Brother Ken is going to Santiago and you talk about that. It's gonna hit right. Brother Ken, are you still thinking about doing a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I already done did it, man. I already done, got it set up, man. I need to start doing more videos, man, because I do a lot of traveling to DR, man. I'm in DR at least once a month, like once.
You
a
are.
month.
You are. You're here a lot. And look,
I'm in DR at least once a month. Some of the girls, they think I stay down there, and then they think I'm high.
Well, you do. You're here a lot. And look, here's why you need to do that, because you need to put that out there because it can help. And being on these panels will help your channel grow. People get on my panel, BMT, anybody's panel, and anybody's welcome on my panel. Anybody.
But I actually appreciate, man. Shout out to Wings and Waffles, man, because when they opened in Puerto Plata, that's one of the first places that I went. When I went back to Puerto Plata and I seen that they was open, I'm like, damn, now I got to take that fire ass drive to Sosua no more. I could just stay.
You go up, man. Shout out to Cardell. I haven't been to the one out in Puerto Plata. I walked past it the other day, but I was on some wildness. I was in full werewolf mode, and I looked up. Like, you know how I got my hair all out, my teeth out. I was wilding, and I see it. Yeah. I look back, and when I turned back to my human form, I said, "Damn, there's a Wings and Waffles up there." Like there's a I was wilding out. I definitely. So shout out to Cardell. And this is what this stuff is about. This is the thing about that the brothers can come in on my businesses and do the things that we need to do and support each other. So I always tell people, Flip, Cardell, like you'll hear me talk about Flip more, but I always talk about Wings and Waffles too. Mm-hmm. I want brothers to win. And look, not everybody wants to come to a developing country. I don't really like to say third world country, but not everybody wants to come to, because America, look, no matter what we say, America has a lot of greatness. It is. It's great. Like, I love being America. I love the things that's over there, but I like over here more for different reasons. That's just how I see it. Man, we about to stop. Bro, brothers can't. Man, do you know something? In this good time, we've got over 2,000 and something views. I'm looking behind the house. Just us sitting there talking, man. Look, I want to give a shout out to the brothers. Look. We got over, I don't know what YouTube's showing, but I can see behind the house. We have got over 2,000 views that fast. We just sitting there chopping it up as men. That's why I tell guys, man, it's all about us just doing these things. Now, look, I'm going to be in Santiago Saturday. If the internet's good, maybe I hop on a little while and chop it up. But any last words, Petey? Then we go to Kobe. Brother Petey, you got any last words?
Oh, man, I just want to thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. It's good kicking it with y'all tonight. I watch y'all all the time. I hope we can chat some more. And, yeah, man, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Much respect.
Brother Petey, you are family. I look, I want brothers like you to hop on more. Like we had a weird guy jump on.
Yeah, I was on that stream, and I was like, I was like, man, I was like, I hope I don't get on and I'm that guy. Yeah, but I was Avery's friend.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
he was weird, bro. I thought he was a serial killer. I'm like, that dude was. Yeah.
Yeah, that brother was weird. Hey, bro, that brother looked like I don't know what. He's like, this whole damn party's going crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, hold on. So what are you trying to say, Ronan, about the jobs?
Yeah. He was like, Gina's here, Kevin's here, this whole damn party's here, dude. Don't you know no good? I'm like, oh snap! What the? Hey, bro, that was some of the funniest things I saw. Hey, bro, that was some of the funniest things I saw in a while. Like that, when you see dudes, that was so funny, bro. Look, hey, bro, Paul, look, I started thinking myself, Avery, why you hanging out with cats like that, man?
I think a lot of people thought that.
Yeah, that was funny, bro. That was, look, all y'all brothers hit the like on your way out. My brother, man, we about to stop, man. We tomorrow. I can't believe it's been 4 hours. That and we got 2,000 and some people watched it that much, at least from the back of the house. Probably on YouTube, it don't show it yet. And I love doing these streams with the brothers, man. Like, I need to do them more. You know, people get mad with me because my videos get way more views. Like, my audience watch videos. Like, I have a video audience, not really a streaming audience, but still we do big enough. Like in the you look at the travel space, even my streams do bigger than a lot of the people who just stream. Just us just chopping it up. So this is real grown man travel space. That's what I like about it. We ain't gotta crash out. We ain't gotta fight. I'm not on here saying, Ken, I'm gonna punch you, brother. You ain't nothing. You think you some kid? I'm not doing that. We ain't gotta do that. We ain't gotta disrespect each other. We can just come together with like brotherly love and understand as men, we want something better. So, Kobe, you still up there? I don't know Kobe in here now.
Yeah. I'm back.
Look, Kobe, you got the last spot, my brother, before we stop.
Yeah, so just the last word.
You got to look. I'm gonna give you a question for the last word. For men looking for real relationships, do you think a person can find something in Santo Domingo or Cartagena or any place you've been? Or look, if you live in Florida, will you tell a person to take their chances in America or any one of those countries? You've been to all of them. What you say? That's a real question. It's loaded.
Nah, I'm gonna tell them to get their passport. Just because.
Why?
Well, if they're looking for a serious relationship, I know that's what I'm looking for eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you have kids and you've done the marriage thing. I haven't done that yet, and I don't have any kids. So if I'm speaking to someone like me, I'm gonna say we can talk about the women, but we also know about the laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know about the way the laws are and how society is towards men. So definitely I'll convince them off of that alone.
Yeah.
Then tell them about the traditional treatment. And, you know, like you said, you go over, have your experiences first, you date first, and find your place that connects with you the best. And then get your apartment, just like Gents is doing right now in Cartagena.
Mm-hmm.
And then after time, I'll tell them, yeah, you find something. You know, just be smart. Don't fall in love right away like a lot of these brothers. Get your heart broken.
Well, let me ask you something kind of a little bit loaded too. Your brother, you have like West African descent, like from Ghana. Why wouldn't you go? Like, because I heard people say you can go to West Africa and find a good bride. Why wouldn't you go to West Africa or any place in Africa? Because look, I'm about to hit Cape Verde coming up, and I want to hit Ethiopia. I'm going, and I'm gonna show all y'all guys. So this is a real question I want to ask you. This is something I want to know personally. Why would? Because Ghana got some beautiful, fine women. Why wouldn't you go home and grab a woman?
I would recommend it. I'm going this fall as well. For me, it's a little far. It's funny because my mom was telling me to get a girl from there and bring her to America, and I said, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. It could be done, but it's just I'm gonna go to Kenya as well this summer. So,
okay, maybe we meet up. But look, so you don't think a woman? So in Ghana, your country, do you think you would have any problems in Ghana finding a wife? I don't think you would, but
no,
I don't know.
I was there 2 years ago, and for me, it was really easy. You know, they know I'm from there, but I'm also American, right? So I kind of have an edge personally, because I already kind of fit in. Plus, I have the American thing as well. So
you got that American accent. So when you went out to clubs, did you go to clubs in Ghana?
Yeah. Okay. It was.
Did they show you like treatment? Like did you have special treatment in Ghana?
Yeah, I had a couple girls trying to talk to me, even at the airport. It's crazy. Yeah, but it was easy. Now they're all working girls over there too, so you can, brothers can fall in love with the wrong girl too. So
I think that's everywhere, even United States, bro. Like, look, Last time I was in Louisiana, bro, I was at I stopped at a truck stop called Pilot, and bro, there was so many women out there trying to service the men in the trucks. I couldn't even believe it. And I know working women when I see them. I grew up in it. Like they were all on the side with their little booty shorts on. So people diss Sosua in these places and Columbia, like we just had the Zesty guy. All the men was in Cartagena, and I'm mad. None of the guys wanted me. He was Zesty guy. He was so mad about the men being there, but prostitution. And I told people in New Orleans, they just passed a law where an officer can't arrest a prostitute. They come to them for help. So and I heard the late great Kevin Samuels saying, eventually they're going to lessen the laws of prostitution in the West, and he was right. And we're seeing that happen as the welfare and everything get cut, they're gonna let people do more prostitution. And that's why I tell people that we did a live stream the other day, say winter's coming. I think winter's here now. I think that people were a little bit off. I think Kevin Samuels was 2 years ahead. Winter is here now. I'm seeing women more and more, and I couldn't find the video to show y'all. It was a white woman. She was crying. So I can't feed my kids. I'm doing this, and like people. And look, everybody in society was like, "Butch, get a job." They was on her so hard, and like, it's not a race thing. It's a culture thing. And if you have a messed up culture, that's where you at. Because most of us know you can't. As men, we know nobody's going to take care of you. Nobody's going to look out. If one of us lose our job, you in trouble. You in deep stuff, and you ain't got a family to take care of you and try to get you right till you get back. So that's why we have to be platforms like this, tell men the truth, and get guys in the right way, line people up right. And that's why I love platforms like this. Now we about to stop, man. We almost got 2,100. I'm about to stop because I don't want to go. Look, we got brothers. Look, here's the thing about Travel Space. They got ninjas a stream for 36 hours straight and only get 100 views. I don't know why they do that. Here's the thing. I respect all you guys' time. I respect everything that we do. We're going to stop the stream here. And we're going to look. When I say I'm going to stop it here, I jam out for at least an hour or 30 minutes. I let the music play. The brothers love it. And when we go from there, I let a couple of tracks play. But brother Ken, I'm gonna contact you. Hit me up when you come. I will be in Santiago. If the time allows, we can have lunch, dinner, or whatever. I'll love to meet up with you. And brother Petey, brother, you are welcome. You are now an official of the platform. You're welcome anytime you want. Because I want to hear more of your story. I want to see how a Greek guy turns to a Mexican. I want to learn this. I want to know, as a guy with a little Mexican DNA, I want to learn how you stealing my culture, Holmes. I want to.
Órale, vato, vamos a decirlo. Ya tú sabes, sí.
We in the building. Shout out to the West Side. Oh yeah, you know I'm gonna play, brother Avery. You know I'm gonna play Poppy. You say you love me. And I'm definitely gonna play that a second. But the brother asked what's the song I played at the beginning.
That was a good song.
Passport. I'm starting off with that. And look, that's part of the thing what I'm gonna be doing with my members. I wrote the song, but I wrote the song and I made the verse in AI. So I'm gonna be showing. I almost got the first video finished of showing people how to make AI music. I'm gonna show people the plantation. We about to get on some Harriet Tubman, free you from the plantation stuff coming up right now. So, we're gonna end the stream right now.
Yo.
Salute to my brothers, man. Much love to all you guys, man. Salute. Look, I see you kid, coming up. Salute.
All right, man.
Bro, much love to the brothers. All right. Shout out to you. Let's do this song right here. Look, check this song out.
Yeah. This ain't no fairy tale, Poppy.
Ain't no fairy tale, Poppy. Listen to this.
Open up. DR, Brazil, Colombia, passport cartel. Not playing no more. Yeah.
Used to flex at the club, now I flex at the gate. Board the spirit inside, still feeling like fate. Lil layover, but I ain't laying over. I'm landing where the curves got that natural hover. Stepping off in Santo Domingo, all love. She call me Cielo. I ain't even by a sub, breezing through with my fade and my polo fit. Told her I'm from the States, now she acting legit. But I ain't here just for tickles and shots. I'm here dodging drama, ran hikes and thoughts. Try love in the West, it came with fees. Now I'm grilling pescado, toes out in the breeze. The world is yours, just get that stamp, the world is yours. Don't fall for the trap, the world is yours. The Rio, the world is yours. No cap, just go.
It's passports, passports, we packing it fast. Passports, passports, no looking back. It's passports, passports.
Hey, I had a way to go.
Passports, passports, no looking back.
She got a real tribe called Quest feel.
Ain't ducking no love, just prefer it different. Brazil got beats, but Colombia got spice. And DR, that's wifey vibes in the rice. My ex mad quiet now, calling me toxic. But last week I was broke. Girl, stop it now, I'm lounging with a coconut, no debt. Watching kids play ball, not stressing a check. Met a chica who read Neruda at lunch, then danced on my lap with a mango punch. She said, why your face look like life is war? I said, in America, baby, it kinda was before. The world is yours, if you man enough to go. The world
All right, big homie, have a good one, man.
Streets are sand, the world is yours. No plan, still land.
Passports, passports, this ain't no scam. Passports, passports, this real man.
This is easy.
This ain't no scam. Passports, passports, this real man.
I ain't looking for Barbie, I'm looking for balance. She cooks, she laughs, she got emotional talent. No prenups, just sunsets and smiles. Making long distance love feel worth the miles. No flexing cash, just flexing peace. Finally feel rich when I'm walking these streets. So keep your apps and that American stress. I got mango lips and a sea poppy text. The world is yours, but only if you move. The world is yours. Get your passport, dude. The world is yours. No more pain. The world is yours. Hop that plane.
Yeah, get the passport for real.
Let's go again.
Passports, 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 passports.
Tell a friend.
Passports, passports.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all. Now we about to do my boy Avery. Look, shout out to Avery. You're not gonna be a DJ too, big dog.
Caminando por las calles de Santo Domingo, te veo parada ahí. Con esos ojos que persisten, me cuentas historias de amor y sueños brillantes. Pero cada día es la misma pelea constante.
Let me tell y'all, guys, don't get these women your money.
Palabras al oído, dices que me amas, pero sé que tu juego es claro. Siempre se trata de los pesos, el dinero que necesitas. Tu amor es una moneda sembrando semillas. Papi,
you say you love me.
But you never ever give me no money. Money, 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 money. Papi,
so the woman be like, Avery, you say you love me, but never ever give me no money. Money, money, money,
money, money, money, money.
Avery, don't give me your money, big dog. Brother Lee, this is like therapeutic DJing for me.
Tus manos en las mías, moviendo nuestros pies, pero el momento se desvanece y tus ojos lo dicen. No es mi corazón, es el efectivo lo que quieres. Me susurras dulces palabras al oído. Dices que me amas, pero sé que tu juego es claro. Siempre se trata de los pesos, el dinero que necesitas. Tu amor es una moneda sembrando semillas. Papi, you say you love me, but you never ever give me no money. Money, 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 money.
Brother, you right. Don't give me your money. Look, that's why I made that song. Don't give them women your money. Shout out to the cartel. All we giving them is wood.
Te di mi corazón, mi alma, mi tiempo. Pero para ti el amor es solo un signo de pesos. Ahora veo a través del brillo y el encanto.
All you brothers that speak Spanish know what they're talking about.
En tu trampa.
Avery, you say you love me,
but you never
but you never ever give me no money.
Money, 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 money. Papi, you say you love me, but you never
Avery,
ever
don't
give
get
me
them women
no
your money, big dog.
Money, 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 money. Así que aquí está mi adiós, me estoy alejando. No más juegos, no hay más que decir. Dices que te amas, pero es claro como el día. El amor sin dinero simplemente se desvanece.
Now, shout out to you, Cass, and you know we got to end it with my song. That's the theme song of this channel. You know how we do it. Man, we still here. Wait. Let me show y'all guys something. Since you still here, look. Since you still here, let me show y'all. Man, got 91 still here. Man, we supposed to be gone. Let me show y'all guys something. Let me show you something. Let me show y'all guys something that's one to get into the like AI space, man. Let me show y'all one thing that's something crazy. Let me see if I can do this right with share your screen joint. Look, you allow. Let me show y'all this. Just one of my other channels right here. This is crazy. Let me show y'all this thing right here. Look, this is one of my channels that I made. It just started. Look, this right here. If you guys can see it, this is a channel I just made called Ronan Soundscape. I got piles of these music channels. This almost has 4,000 views. Like, look, it got guys had channels forever in the travel space. They never got this many views. Look, this just 8 days. Look, check us out. Look, it's low-fi music. Look. But look, I showed y'all this to show something. It's so easy to create situations like this. I just want to give y'all guys a glimpse of things that's to come with us guys. Like, we're going to get into multiple things like that. And like, I'm going to show all you guys. I want everybody off the plantation. I want us to win. That's called Lo-Fi Channel. You can see the little things happening with it, man. Not only will I show you how to make lo-fi channels like that where music just plays in the background, jazz, a lot of different things, like just like a Marvel movie. Like, I'm coming through at the end, telling you guys things that we do. But I'm gonna give y'all guys so much information, man. You won't realize the game. Like, look, there's YouTube and YouTubers in the travel community who want you to pay them to crash out. I'm going to show you guys how to cash out, not crash out. I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna do it, man. So just, man, much love to you guys, man. We already, just tonight, man, we did so good. This stream, just us talking and doing it, it's at 2,200 people in the back of the house. It might take a little while for y'all can see it, but we did good, man. We did a great thing. Shout out to Men on the Move, shout out to Kobe, shout out to Brother Apollo, all the brothers that came in here, because brother, y'all brothers winning. Look, let me play one more thing to show y'all guys how much we are winning. And don't let these simps out here in this world tell you like that you're not winning. Don't let these people control like any of you guys who that's in the Passport Bro movement. You don't have to be a Passport Bro, but any guys, realize who you are. Look, let me show you guys something.
Money. There's so many people that are out here unemployed, just like me. There's a
No,
lot of.
Let's stop him again. Let's
By May 8th, 2025, 106,000 Black women lost their jobs, including me. And those of us that's been out here trying to find work again, it's basically just been non-existent. And I'm starting to feel like this is by design.
Listen.
Because there are over 100,000 women, Black women like me, who have the same story, who has applied for over 300 plus jobs and just not getting it, not getting any replies. There's just
this is why you are winning as a
feedback.
Man. This is why you are winning.
Or you get the emails that says, hey, we have chosen someone else that has been more qualified for the job. Even though my experience and my education fits the job description perfectly. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is the first time in a long time that I am actually starting to panic. You know, I came from nothing. I came from the bottom of the barrel. And I spent years building myself, educating myself, paying my way through college, going through a lot of experience to get to where I was in my career. For it just to be snatched away. And I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that brother's
I am
starving.
facing homelessness. I'm about to lose my car.
What?
I can't pay on my credit card, so my credit is about to take a severe hit. Dashing is not enough. It's just not enough money. There's so many people that are out here unemployed just like me. There's a lot of us.
Now, the reason I showed that again is to let you men at the end of the day know one thing. You are winning. There's so many men telling you that you're losing by traveling over here, overseas. I mean, the DR brothers are all over the world. And there is a group effort to tell you that you're losing, whether you're in the United States or you're over here, wherever you're at. There's men who will try to discourage you. I'm going to tell you, you're winning. Even to all you men who are not there yet, it's coming for you. And that you're going to reach your full potential coming up. I didn't reach my full potential till I was in my 40s. This is the real part of the game. Look, it took me being in my 40s before I realized who I was. Like, you're going to win. So don't let these women put you in no trick bag. Don't be no stepdad. Look, you know what a stepdad get? A wooden stick in the butt. Let me give y'all guys a short story time right quick. I damn near raised a stepdaughter who I loved like my own kid. And she didn't even have a relationship with her dad. And when she whenever she got ready to get married, guess who she wanted her to walk her down the aisle? Her real dad. Not me, not the guy who had raised her, not the guy who did homework with her, none of that. So don't do that. I was talking to a brother yesterday. Much love to the brother, much respect. He was in the same. I said, hey, bro, let that go. Stepdads don't get nothing but band-aids. And look, if you want to be like Anton say, a crash test dummy, go ahead. But I'm telling you, and it's not all don't fit everything, but I'm telling you guys, man, being a stepdad, there's no reward for it. It's like jumping out of a airplane without a parachute. You don't know where you're gonna land. You don't know you're gonna live or not. But the chances are you're gonna be broke up. So look, I'm gonna tell y'all guys, man. You know what I said? Look, this is the real deal. Holyfield. We in here right now. I can't believe there's still 90 of you guys. This is one thing I love about this game. One thing I love about the real travel space. To me, this is the real travel space. This is us in here just talking. And bro, I mean, when I tell you I love you guys, look, I have channels that make way more than this. Don't have to do it, but I will never let this. I'm like Frankie Beverly Mays. I will never let you go. Look, I'll never let you guys go. I love you guys, man. You guys are the blood that I feed off, man. You guys have always been there for me. So I'm telling you guys, man, support each other, support real ones in this travel space, man. Look, we're going to play one more song, man, and we are out, man. Look, I love you guys. I showed y'all guys this to let you know that you're something. Don't let there's many weirdos, many men that going to sit out there and tell you you're something wrong with you for traveling overseas. Oh, you can't deal with the women here. I tell you guys all the time, you're not supposed to handle a woman. You handle an animal. So, brothers, I got much love for you guys. No, look, appreciate you guys, man. Shout out. Any of you guys that's in Santiago this weekend, hit me up. Much love.
Passport cartel, catch flights, not fears. Globe trotting heavy in heels and wheels, living lavish, loving love in exotic seas, sipping life with a side of dreams. Jet set, let that luxury is our norm. Stamping passport storms, we just reform. First class seats to lands unknown, making every time zone feel like home. Champagne popping, world shopping never stop. From Tokyo Towers to Parisian rooftop. Love, international, no borders, just hearts. Passport cartel playing all the parts. Dates under the stars, different each night. Eiffel views, northern lights so bright. Language of love, fluent in all. From whispers and vanish to Rome's nightfall. Hand in hand across sands and seas, with the world at our feet, life's a breeze. But no mistake, beneath these stars we roam. A wolf in each of us, fierce and alone. Loyal to the pack, wherever we stride. Passport cartel, with pride we abide. Like wolves we wander wild and free, masters of our destiny. Just let it be, together yet alone. Under moonlit skies, in the silence, alone wolves cry. The thrill of chase in every place. With every new face, life we embrace, embrace. We no place, life we embrace. We the passport cartel, catch flights, not fields. Globe trotting heavy in heels and wheels. Living lavish, loving large, in exotic seas. Sipping life, side of dreams. So here's to the nights where we live in love, with the stars above and the world to shove. Passport cartel, forever we fly, chasing horizons where our dreams lie. York rapper. We the passport cartel. Cash flights, not fills. Gold trying heavy whiskey in our deals. Living lavish, loving large and exotic scenes. Sipping on bourbon while we chase our dreams. Just set, that luxuries I think. Stamping passports, hit a freedom ring. First class rides to places uncharted. From the Big Apple, the islands where it started. Cigars lit, smoke curling in the night. From Tokyo streets to Parisian city lights. Dates in every town with charm and style. From rooftops in London to beaches in exile. Some cigars lit, smoke curling in the night. From Tokyo streets to Parisian city lights. Dates in every town with charm and style. From rooftops in London to beaches in exile. Yeah, we the passport cartel. Catch flights, not feels. Glow trotting heavy, whiskey in our deals. Living lavish, loving large and exotic scenes. Sipping on bourbon while we chase our dreams. Drinking whiskey neat, toasting to the skies. We raise our glasses, watching the world go by. Dating on the go, the best of every spot. In the passport cartel, we always hit the jackpot. Conversations deep under city lights. From sunset dinners to midnight flights. Cigars and camaraderie, bond is tight. On a world tour, everything feels right. But don't be fooled, the lives we share. We're wolves in the skies with a fearless glare. Loyal to the pack, no matter where we move. In the passport cartel, trust runs low. Yeah, we the passport cartel, trust runs low. Yeah. A lone wolf's call, under a moonlit sky. Roaming through the world, don't ask why. We carve our own path in cities and towns with a swagger that never backs down. Whiskey and cigars, on the journey we ride. With the passport cartel, nothing we hide. We the passport cartel, nothing we hide. We the passport cartel, catch flights, not feels. Glow trotting heavy, whiskey in our deals. Living lavish, loving large and exotic scenes. Sipping on bourbon while we chase our dreams. Reaching for the stars, the smoke and the cheers. We make our mark, a band of brothers from dusk to dark.
So y'all have been telling me to spill the tea on my dating life since I can remember, so let's go ahead and get into it. My romantic life is pretty much non-existent. Dating in today's world is difficult enough on its own, so adding on the factor of living abroad almost make finding a stable relationship feel like mission impossible. I just turned 26 last week, and if you would have told me that I would be 26 and single without any prospects that actually have potential and that I can see myself building a life with, I wouldn't have believed you, because what do you mean? I'm a catch. I have wanted to get married as long as I can remember, and as time goes on, I feel like it's only getting further and further away. Dating while living in Latin and South America, where I have been living, has not been easy. There are so many cultural differences that cause for real compromise that I am not willing to do in some cases. For example, in Colombia, your average person makes around 250 to 300 USD a month, which makes it difficult for a man to properly court me. I pay for a majority of the dates that I've been on in Colombia because their funds are just enough to make ends meet. And not to mention, most men or adults in general still live with their parents, as seems to be the case in most Latin households. It's culturally accepted and normal here. They don't understand the importance of being independent, knowing how to survive on their own. They are not the most disciplined and goal-oriented because they're not worried about if they don't have this month's rent because the entire family pitching living in one house. They have learned to be happy and content with very little, which is amazing, but can also cause you to be complacent and not desire more out of life. There's also this factor of knowing who is genuinely interested in you for you or the idea of a US visa. There's nothing wrong with a person wanting a visa, but it can't be the only reason why they try to pursue me. And trying to decipher that is a process within itself that takes a lot of discernment. I am also a Christian, and a large portion of Latinos are Catholic, which creates a division in our fundamental core values and beliefs. Most of the guys I've dated was based solely on their potential and not their actual position in life. Now, with that being said, there are many great guys. It's just a matter of what you're willing to compromise on. Living in Thailand, where black women are not desired and or overly sexualized, was a complete headache. Although Asians' worldviews are becoming more inclusive and modernized over the years, most Asians still have very traditional values and beliefs and will not date outside of their race. In the past 6 years, I've only dated one person that actually had husband potential, and that just ended 3 days ago. So there you have it. I can go so into depth on this, so let me know if you want more content discussing this topic. Ciao!
Went up this. We popping tonight. What are y'all doing? The crowd is getting. We're supposed to be going to sleep, and y'all just thinking it up so much, man. But I love you guys, and we cutting up tonight. But yeah, I'm DJing tonight, but I'm trying to chill out, man. I can't chill out here, man. So shout out to Passport Bros, like I was telling EMP. Don't get rid of this look. I've been doing this forever, man. This brings back memories. This brings back so many memories of the Passport Bro movement. Oh, man. Look at them cheeks. Boy, I love them cheeks. I talk to them. I move them. Like, this is the life I need to do. Santo Domingo, my spot here is just, well, we win it. We win it. And look, y'all brothers still here, man. Why y'all brothers ain't sleep? Look, in the DR, is 110, so in at least where I'm from in the States, it's like 12 something. Why y'all brothers still up, man? What? Come on, man. What y'all guys doing, man? See, that's that media club. No, we can stay up all night, but I ain't playing around. So I'm not staying up all night. Shout out. This brings back memories. That's why brothers shouldn't get rid of it. And this I went through a story time like fight with that Pocahontas and them people. Oh, I've talked about it a little bit, but I never. We're gonna go into real time. Look, this is thinking that we've done story time. Like we live good life. Like anybody can do what we are, but like anyone is oh, some of y'all brothers here. I don't even know what day it is. That's how it is when you like you live over, we always been parents. And I don't work sometimes, I don't know what day it is. I'm about to stop. I'm supposed to stop. That's the theme song, man. We're gonna stop. 87. We still got 87. And look, 2,400 people watch. Much love to you guys. And I promise you guys, man, more AI videos for you guys. Remember, I can't put them on a regular channel because I messed the algorithm up. I'll be sent to again, man. Last so I'm about to be out. Much love to you guys. Man, when I tell you I love the brotherhood, man, I love you guys.